already. This game's not for you. Oh, okay. Okay, bye. If I'm working for Chaos or Chris and they have a game company and I'm your community manager on Discord, hypothetically, if I'm telling fans of what you guys built, if you don't like it, don't fucking buy it. And
Exactly.
okay, bye. You're probably gonna look at
Right?
me and be like, you're no longer gonna have this job, Jared. You're not the right person for this job. So fuck you.
Well, pulling the what's her name from fucking, who started the fucking Marvel thing. Oh, if you don't like my fucking opinions and my agendas that I'm trying to push, don't buy it.
And
And
she threw a
then
fit when everybody fucking said, okay, fuck you, cunt.
yeah, when everybody said, okay, no fucking problem, we won't fucking come and buy it. And all this crying, the tears were so
The feminist
unbelievably
tears, the crocodile tears. How dare these misogynists? Oh
yeah,
shit.
the
Then you
crocodile
blame
tears.
Chaos. You blame Chris. You
A
blame
wild.
Chaos. You blame me. The people
Crystalkitten3
who fucking bought
entered the
into
chat.
and gave you
Welcome
the
to the
funds
stream.
and the attention and the support that you needed to get
Crystalkitten3
where you are now, we mean
said,
nothing to you.
"Hey Chaos,
Oh
I
fuck,
left a
we
like
never meant
heading to
anything
bed."
to him, no.
No, we didn't mean
That's
shit
why I
to
don't
him
like.
because the money is all that mattered. Like it used to matter, but then they
Well,
got a
well, so
taste of
we
that.
did. We did because
Where they screwed up,
we
they
did
got a
because
taste of
all
that
that.
commie cock, and
Yeah.
they just couldn't pass it up. Apparently, that commie cock tastes so good that they just gotta gobble it on up and ruin everything that they fucking worked so hard to create.
Well, that comic cock
Well,
is fucking powerful.
All for fucking money,
well,
man. All for
there's
fucking
one
money.
time where there's one time where they did care about us, at least as fans, because we
Yeah, in
were
the
the only
beginning.
fans giving them money in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody fucking mergers up like Chaos. Let's just say you came up with a game company. You had
Mm-hmm.
a successful fucking release. People like your shit.
A
If I
wild.
come to you and be like,
Old
Chaos,
movie fan
I would like to buy
1973
your company for $1
entered the
billion.
chat. Welcome to the
Now you
stream.
got to make a decision.
A wild.
$1 billion,
Zechariah 12
and
and
you can
8
disperse that however the fuck you
entered the
want.
chat. Welcome to
Or
the
do
stream.
I say
Old
no
movie
and
fan
keep doing what I'm doing and
1973
hope private
said,
funding
Well,
and my
"When
fans
everything
of my
falls, they LL be
franchises
very
give me
sorry."
enough money for me to continue
Zechariah
forward?
12 and 8
what's up, Zechariah?
said,
Old movie fan, how you doing?
"Everyone."
Crystal Kitten, welcome.
Old movie fan
How it
1973
works? So when they're
said,
buying out the other
"They have
companies,
no idea what they're
they
asking for."
what hap they'll the previous owners will have a seat on the board
Yeah, or an exit clause.
or an exit clause, and so that they keep getting a check regardless. Like they rub shoulders. The way they run shit is you could tell liberals run it just by how the
It's a
system
golden
works.
umbrella.
Oh fuck
It's
yeah!
a golden umbrella. It's a golden umbrella. Chris, Chaos, myself included, at one time trusted me and my company. If I got a golden umbrella, we're gonna buy you, give you this amount of money that you've never seen before, and even if it fails, you're gonna get compensated very well.
I would
So
say
you
just
have the
collaborate and create beautiful games.
A wild.
Have
Michelle
many
Guevara
different,
entered the chat.
many
Welcome to the
different,
stream.
but let
Michelle
them meet
Guevara
together and
said, "Brother
create
Zechariah Bonjour."
together, and then they can reap of all the
Well,
benefits instead of.
here's the thing. There's two caveats to that.
That takes away from free market capitalism.
I guarantee there's developers like you, myself, and Chris included who genuinely love what they do, and they're like,
Oh, I'm
"Look,
not a
man, I
developer,
love doing what
but
I'm
I
doing.
would
I'm not okay
love
with this."
to be able to understand how to do it. Um, that for sure. I'd
So
love to be able to design and develop video games.
well, let's say we all could. Let's say all three of us here had experience. Whether it was okay, Chris, your graphic designer, Chaos, your animator, I'm lead producer, something like that, hypothetically.
Why you gotta be
The
the
reason
leader?
why, well, the reason why I will not, or as
A
long as
wild.
I own the company anyway,
Riggs
the
Jr.
reason why I would not go
entered the
above
chat.
50
Welcome
employees
to the stream.
is because
Riggs
there's
Jr.
companies that have a
said,
thousand employees working on
"Flanders
one
is
thing because
gay."
you got localization, translation, animation, uh, servers, storyline, all these different things, right? The more you have, the more people you have, what do you think is going to be communicated better and more well put together at the end? Some product that has 50 members or some product that has 1,000?
Ooh,
I would say one that has like 50 members, because that thousand
Yes,
people each having a say, it's gonna just nothing's ever gonna
it's
get
going to
done.
it's gonna degrade. There's so many miscommunications, chaos, that more
Riggs,
problems and
I
solutions
need
are
a
gonna come.
tactical fart sent in Flanders' direction ASAP.
You can't do it now. I'm
He's
making
been
logical
peppering
sense.
people's chats with sharts all day.
Fucking fucking weirdos. But that's what I would do. Chaos, if it was you, me, and Chris, I
Mm-hmm.
got room for 47 other members. I ain't going above 50 because if I go above 50, it's too many middlemen. There's too
Yes.
many miscommunications. There's too many things you got to have on a fucking whiteboard. There's too many different things you got to program and animate and make bug free. If you got 50, you're still going to run into issues. Everybody will.
It comes
But
down
issues
to
that you run into at 50 is going to be a lot less than issues you have if you got 1,000 motherfuckers you got to contact.
mm-hmm. Too many chiefs
oh yeah.
and not enough
Not enough
Indians
Indians.
can cause a lot of fucking problems. I've
Oh, you're
experienced
fucking
it.
right.
Every place that I've ever opened up, there's been way too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yep. There you guys
And
go,
it
man.
has been
Look,
fucking chaos.
you got fucking 50 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the problems that you have combined are exponential less than if you got 1,000 motherfuckers in that same fucking company. Period. End of story.
Yep.
Of course.
It's just the way it is. So a lot of companies focus on quantity instead of quality anymore. Why the fuck would your focus? Why would your focus not be on quality first? Fuck quantity.
Because
Quantity and
look,
quantity and funds will be there if you put out a solid product ready to go, good to go
Michelle
on day
Guevara
one. Period.
said,
right,
Because
but
for
at the
some
same
reason
time,
they
Bonjour.
believe because for some reason they
A while.
believe the more
For
people
no reason.
sitting at the pie,
Entered the chat.
there's
Welcome
there's
to the
gonna
stream.
be
Michelle Guevara
everybody's gonna get an
said,
equal, but
3.
it don't work out like because
For no
everybody
reason.
that you add to that pie,
Said,
that you get a
hello.
less slice of the pie. So if you got 50 people, you get equal share for the most part. But if you got 1,000 people, you're gonna get crumbs. Everybody gonna get crumbs except for the people at the top because they're gonna get the first slices.
Yep. The only caveat I can think of in recent times, I'm not saying it wasn't common before. In
A wild.
recent times,
Entered the chat. Welcome to the stream.
caveat is at one time a Nintendo owner, instead of firing employees, broke up his salary to cover his employee's salary while they were fucking in the negative. What CEO is going to do that now?
For no reason. Said.
Okay, we're a million
Not
short.
many. Oh, jeez.
I made $2 million in fucking profit being the CEO. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take $1 million of that. I'm going to cover everybody's lost income and put the rest that I have, if any, back into the company. That way nobody lost anything. You might not have gained, but you didn't lose. And if you didn't lose in financial stability, fucking modern America today, you're actually coming out
Flanders
ahead,
is a
if that
chair
makes
lover.
sense. Of course, in a perfect world, here's what I do. Let's say Chaos, Chris, and 40 other employees, because I'm not including, but will be included because they're just as important as anybody else.
Michelle Guevara
My janitors,
said,
my cleaners,
Brother
my
Raisin,
cooks,
Brother
anything
Troglodyte,
that I have.
Bonjour.
Everybody's getting compensated. All right. So let's just say the 40 people that were actually working on the game, just the game in proper. If we all believe, come to a consensus that this game is done, it's ready to be shipped, we've done what we can, I'm going to give a 1 month release date You guys get 2 weeks off, paid
Saint
vacation,
Troglodyte
wherever you want to go right now,
said,
with at least 1 week in advance.
Michelle
You
Guevara.
guys can plan said vacation,
Michelle
even if you're
Guevara
staying at home. I don't
said,
care what you do with your vacation.
Flanders is a
It's gonna be
laptop
paid.
schooner.
You're gonna get a fucking warning, and it's gonna give you 2 weeks, because then when we come back and re-release it, we can fix out any fucking issues on whatever platform we're having issues is. Who the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Leave of these people. That vacation's earned, but you got to time it right. Take a vacation, then release it.
For no reason.
Needs to smoke
Said,
stronger
Chaos
stuff.
needs to smoke stronger stuff.
I need to smoke stronger stuff? I don't know, man. If I keep
To me,
I smoke more, I'm gonna end up passing out in like 30 minutes. I'll just leave it at that. If I smoke more, like I'll follow up.
Jared, I'd like to come work for you. Cool. Where do you live? For example, Chris, you live in BC, Canada, right?
Kazakhstan. I think he's at
Okay.
KFK. You know, I love how it's saying
Okay,
this shit.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Whatever state you live in. You don't have
Texas.
to tell me. Okay, Texas. You live in Texas. Here's what I'm going to do for you, Chaos. You want to come work for me? I'm going to pay for your flight here.
Michelle Guevara
I'm going to have lodging
said,
for you, and I'm going
Did
to pay
yo
for your
heard
food,
yourself,
and you'll
brother
get paid
Chaos,
for your
LOL.
service, whether I hire you or not. Who wouldn't want to fucking take a chance at least to come see what I'm about?
Yeah.
Because I don't know many companies, Chaos. Oh, you want to come work for me? We'll come do an interview. Cool. Okay, that interview can be hit or miss, and I just wasted vacation time with my family, time where I'm at, blah, blah, blah. You might still do that if I don't hire you, but guess what? You're going to get compensated for the time that you did come here and spend with me, that even if I didn't hire you. Paying for your plane ticket, I'm going to put you up in a place to stay, I'm going to pay for your fucking food, and I'm going to pay for the work that you do. So you're not losing anything, for the most part, if you come give me a shout out. Because even if it doesn't work, you're not out any money. You didn't pay for the plane ticket, your food, lodging, and you got paid at least, at minimum, if not more, than
Michelle
what you're getting
Guevara
paid for from the fucking place you were
said,
working at to get fucking
buffering
vacation
like
time
mad.
off. That's the shit that I think about.
I think it might be you, Michelle. I could be wrong. It could be me. It could be you. I know you're across the pond, so my numbers they're fluctuating, so there might be some buffering. But I'm not getting any notifications about it being weak. So
I don't know, man. I know there's always going to be caveats, and there's going to be something in your way, this, that, and the other. But if I can't do for you guys what I just told you, then don't even look at a potential hypothetical give a damn games as an option. Because if I can do that for you, not once in my entire life, of all the different jobs I have ever had, has anyone said, well, look, come see our company. Pay for your lodging, I'll pay for your food. If it doesn't work out, you're not out nothing. Because I've never seen a company do that. And if there is, tell me, because I haven't seen it.
Well, CR England will house you, but you have to pay for your own food.
Well, there you go. I'll even fucking cover that. Obviously, within reason. If you're going to go get $500 of shrimp.
No, it's like when you it's like when you go to what's it called? Right before you go to boot camp, MEPS.
Yeah, MEPS.
Yeah, they'll house you, but you gotta get your own food. They'll feed you in the morning, but that night that you're there, you gotta fend for yourself.
You gotta fend for yourself. They'll pay for you to get there. They'll pay for your plane ticket. But if you want to fucking
Michelle
eat or
Guevara
whatever, you have to. There's no
said,
voucher. You gotta pay for
"It's
yourself. I
YT
get it.
fucking with me because I keep questioning
Now,
Trunity."
how the Army and the military in general, not just the Army, the Marines, the Coast Guard, the Navy, whatever it is, the amount of funding they get a year, how they couldn't pay to have somebody come out and try out is beyond me, because you got so much fucking money that I can't even fathom. How can you not afford that?
Them defense budgets are fucking huge.
Oh, dude, they're bloated. They're more bloated than fucking Gorlock.
That's an understatement.
Okay? Understatement. They got the fucking money. I know what it costs for military. It's military grade shit. Yeah,
I've seen military grade weapons, man.
Military grade shit is hit or miss.
Mm.
Sometimes it's fucking top notch. If you're special forces, you got top notch shit. So you can't argue that. You got the best of the best. But regular fucking grunt shit, regular basic private,
No, they don't give a fuck about you.
You're paying top dollar for basic material.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean top dollar, guys. If you lose your 5-piece tent kit in the Army, comes in 5 pieces. If you lose even one piece of that 5 pieces, you got to pay for the entire thing, and that's like $2,000 fucking dollars to the Army.
This shit's not cheap. I had to pay for my when I put on a bunch of weight and I had to buy new uniforms. I had to pay for the uniforms myself out of pocket. Those motherfuckers ain't cheap.
Oh,
and I had to, and what was worse,
fucking,
I got my beginning. I got the boot camp ones. They issued you a whole set in boot camp, and then I started outgrowing the ones that I had from boot camp, so I had to get new ones, and they make you pay for those out of pocket, and you have to get your shit sewn on or sew it on yourself, and you have to, you gotta pay for it all. I can't sew. I'm too accident prone. I won't. I stab myself too much.
It's not necessarily that you don't know how to iron or sew. It's because you have to iron or sew within military regulations.
Well, that too. Well, that's no problem. It was the sewing part in general. I'm not good at
sewing. British Army S the same. Most professional soldiers go to Cyberman S Milsurb to kit up LOL.
But yeah, I can attest. I was special forces when I got to my first duty station, and
it's always been a shit show.
They gave us a one-time yearly clothing allowance that allowed you to.
Yeah, no, we didn't get that either. Well, I didn't get that.
Michelle Guevara
clothing allowance.
Said,
nope.
If you went through more
Silverman
than 2,
S.
like Chaos said, you had to pay for it out of your own pocket.
They did. With my first duty station, we got comrades, which is just extra money for food. But I ended up having to give that to the ship so they could get food for everybody, for all of us. So, yeah.
The reason why we talk about what we do, guys, and a lot of you veterans here, yourself including Chaos, I don't regret my service. I regret my time and my service in service to a country that used it against me and fucking hates me. That's what I regret.
Yes, they do.
I'm not a huge fan of hearing people say it's your right to burn that flag, and I'm not going to stop you, and I'll defend your right to do it too. I'm not a huge fan of that thought process. Like,
Successful
that's
endeavors.
No, motherfucker.
Entered
You ain't burning my fucking flag.
Welcome
You
to
burning
the
my
stream.
fucking flag, I'm beating your ass.
Successful endeavors. Said,
It's not
Flanders
just the
gives up
burning
his
of the
booty
flag,
to
guys,
Cherry Saunders
because
every night.
Chaos
He
is
is showing
similar
Cherry
to me
Saunders
in the
his
respect
foxhole
that,
every
yes,
single
you
day.
have the
It's
freedom
really
to do
sad.
that. The question is your morality, your ethics, your morals, your values. What would fucking cause you
Michelle
to want
Guevara
to go do that and think it's okay
said,
to do that in front of a veteran?
Brother SCE Bonjour,
That's
good
the
sir.
problem. If you don't like this country and you want to burn the flag, you can do that, but why? Oh, well, why not, Jared? Okay, I'll answer that.
Saint
But can you answer
Troglodyte
me why first?
said,
Yeah.
Tell me why first.
SC.
You hate my country enough to burn my
Successful
flag. Why the
endeavors.
fuck are you even here? Why don't you get the
Said
fuck out of my country?
Michelle.
Well, that's the
Exactly.
big question,
Successful
isn't it?
endeavors.
If you hate this
Said
country or that
Saint
country that
Trog.
you're in so fucking much, and you are convinced that the people that don't fucking own it, didn't fucking build it, are entitled to it, while you are, like I said, I've said it many times before. People are now trained to fucking walk straight into the incinerator, right?
Yeah, you ain't
They
wrong
don't
on that.
need to be, they don't need to be fucking forced. They don't need a gun to their head. They're essentially brainwashed to fucking walk straight in, right? And that was the goal. Um, but if you're so fucking, in, delusional that your country should be somebody else's or whatever the case may be,
Saint Troglodyte said,
why don't you leave?
you can love the country but dislike
If
the
you
cuntish
think
government I do.
fucking Black Lives Matter fucking matters so much, why don't you go to fucking Africa and fix that shithole?
Yeah.
All right.
Go to where you
Because
bend
it's-
knee. Go to where you bend knee
it's
to.
work.
Fuck. Don't try and turn my country into where you bend knee to.
Exactly. I mean, look, Palestine, India, fucking Africa, these countries suck. Right? They suck.
Michelle
They're
Guevara
shitholes. They were made shitholes
Don't
by the
burn our
people
flag,
that fucking
flip it.
live there.
Successful endeavors
That's not our problem.
said,
No, it's not. They
if
need to
they're
fix
that
it.
unhappy with where they're at, they're cordially
Yeah,
invited
you
to
need to go fix
GTFO.
that. Okay? Plain and fucking simple. You need to go do it, not us.
I
If
say
you
that
don't
shit with
like-
all those people that were having that hissy fit over PlayStation trying to force Steam users to fucking
Michelle Guevara
create a PSN.
said,
Yeah, for the
exactly right,
Helldivers
SC.
thing. Take it up with your fucking government because it's their fault that that's even a thing anyways. So deal with your government and then that'll go away. Just
You might have to
saying.
explain all of it.
Well, so
Go
PlayStation
ahead.
was trying to force Steam users to create a free PSN in order to play Helldivers.
What is a PSN?
PlayStation Network account.
Okay.
And Steam users, there's some Steam users that don't have access to PSN because their country is a communist or socialist shithole.
Okay.
And they were having a big Hufflepuff about it because there was a bunch of people that had bought the game and they couldn't play it because they had to have a PSN account and they couldn't get the PSN account because they didn't have access to the PlayStation Network.
Okay.
So they had a big Hufflepuff and PlayStation bowed out gracefully. And, well, semi-gracefully. They still kind of stuck it to them in the end. But, they reversed they reversed it where you didn't have to create a PSN in order to, but there was a flip side to it,
Saint Troglodyte
but I can't remember the
said,
flip side off the top
the
of my
flag
head
now
right
represents
now.
maritime law. Our country is now a cooperation.
Okay.
We aren't what
I
we were
can't
taught in
remember
school.
the flip side.
Successful endeavors
Chris, but here's the
said,
thing, Chris. Let's just say you don't play on
Hufflepuff
console
that bong
at all.
lightweight.
You're a strictly PC gamer and you got a Steam
You
account, right?
Hufflepuff these nuts.
You couldn't play your game, even though you're not a PS5 owner, unless you signed into a PlayStation Network account. That's not okay.
Yeah.
That's not.
Oh.
I'm a
That
PC
was-
gamer. Why do I got to sign into a PlayStation account? Why?
Because it was supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive, and they felt generous enough to extend it out to PC players.
So they tried to do that, Chris, and I'd be
Successful
just
endeavors.
as pissed off. Look, you
Said,
guys can talk about PC
Old
Master
movie
Race,
fan
if you're Xbox, if you're
1973.
Sony. I'm a fan
Saint
of Sony,
Troglodyte
and I know Sony is Apple.
said,
I'm not here to tell
LOL.
you guys that Sony's better in any way. They don't give a fuck about me just like all your other companies. Here's the problem. Chaos loves to
Saint
play
Troglodyte
video games. I do too.
said,
Chris does too.
I
What
don't
affects me can
understand why
affect
are
you, and
picking
what can
sides.
affect
No
you
one
can
picks
affect
men's
me.
side.
We got to stop it all. It doesn't matter what platform you're playing on because we all do this thing that we love called gaming. So you gotta knock that shit out of the park. I don't care what fucking platform you're on.
Right. Well, no, I mean, if I wanted to play something on PC and I bought it for PC, and then all of a sudden they're telling me, well, you can't just play it. You can play it on your PC because you don't have a fucking PlayStation account
There you go.
or whatever the case may be.
That's why people were pissed the fuck off because it's bullshit. It's just
Well, no, they were pissed. No. They were pissed off because there were some countries that didn't have access to PlayStation Network at all.
Yes.
And they couldn't create the free PlayStation Network account. That was the big Hufflepuff.
Well, that was added on.
Michelle
Chaos. That was
Guevara
added on to the fact that
said,
as somebody who didn't own a PlayStation
Brother movie
5,
fan bonjour, it seems
regardless of
YT
what
is
you just
hiding
said,
your
why the fuck
chats.
do I have to create a PlayStation
Successful
5 account,
endeavors.
let alone lock
Said,
me out because my country
that
doesn't
bong
allow
is
it?
phallic shaped. It's good that you
problems
1T
there.
hesitate to
Two
put your
problems.
lips on it.
If I'm playing on PlayStation, why the fuck I gotta sign into Steam, motherfucker? That's the first problem.
I
Number
just sync
two,
all my
if I
shit.
don't have access
I just
in my
sync all my
country and I
shit.
can't get Steam, now you fuck me twice.
That's why I just sync
That's
all
the
my
problem.
shit if I can. My PlayStation synced to my Steam is
Michelle
synced to my
Guevara
Xbox. My Xbox is
said,
synced to my PlayStation.
Chaos choking on bong juice.
The
No.
fact that Chaos has to do that, guys, the fact that a gamer has to do that is bullshit. Chaos
To a
shouldn't have to
degree.
do that. That's fucking stupid.
Michelle
It's stupid.
Guevara
To a degree.
It's
said,
fucking dumb.
this may be a euphemism.
To a degree. I don't mind doing it because it's all together. So that's why I don't mind it.
Yeah, but okay, so that's just like the whole curse client and Twitch thing, right?
Oh yeah. They didn't Twitch ban you if you were using cursed?
No.
Oh god, he's about to nuke everybody. He's about to nuke
Curse
everybody.
wouldn't work if you didn't have Twitch.
Saint Troglodyte said,
So if you didn't have a Twitch account,
Freudian
you had no
fantasies,
curse client
LOL.
no more.
Ah.
Well, Twitch is also one of the companies too that would ban you from using. They would cancel you from using certain language like simp. You guys remember?
Oh
that?
yeah, they banned simp and cock and.
So here's the problem. Here's the problem, Chaos. Here's my problem. I know syncing's not the problem, okay? But what if PlayStation Network or Steam or Twitch bans you? Is that going to ban you from the other platforms or put you on a red list for all the others? There's another thing you got to worry about.
Most likely.
No. That doesn't happen. Well, it hasn't happened to me yet.
Saint Troglodyte
No.
said,
Because you gotta remember,
Doodle-doo.
I don't know if you were here for it when it happened. I was on timeout on PlayStation for a week, and
Like you.
I was able to still play on PC and Xbox. Like they're not synced like that. Now the only thing I do have to worry about if my account gets like my Facebook account got like done, like it's in Facebook penitentiary, it's never coming out again, then I am fucked because all of those games are digital.
Yeah.
And I would lose access to all of them.
If
Michelle Guevara
let's just
said,
say hypothetically,
thou shalt not simp.
right? Steam was bought out by Twitch, right? And all of a sudden now, even if you're banned from, let's say you're banned from Twitch because of something you said prior,
Yeah.
right? Are you gonna be? If they said, well, you'll be banned from all of our platforms, that means everything you put into Steam is gone.
Yeah, same thing with Steam. Same thing with
There you
Xbox.
guys go.
Same thing with
That's
Switch.
my
Saint
problem.
Troglodyte
Those accounts
That's
get
my
nixed.
said,
My shit's
Yep.
I have
done.
a dumb question. What if you don't
That's
have
my
Jaboot? Can
problem
you
with
still
online
play?
only, guys. Look, I understand online only just like you guys did. World of Warcraft came out in 2004. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2004.
4 or 5,
Rep-
maybe
yeah,
6.
You understand what you're getting into. It has
5,
always been
Oh, yeah.
and always started
3,
off as a
Successful
subscription-based service.
endeavors.
How do
I
know?
used to get timed
Because
down on AOL all the
There are
time. I know all
companies that
about
will
it.
ban you, possibly
Well,
jail
I
you for
used to
things
play
that you
fucking
say on a
Evercraft,
different
which is older than
platform
World
that
of
has
Warcraft.
nothing to
I
do
know
with the
MMO.
platform that
Okay,
you normally
plus
play
for you
on.
guys that don't know. I know
Oops.
MMO.
Target
I
you.
know what I'm getting into. At the time, it's a monthly based, $10 to $15 a month. You play this game. You're tethered to online.
I'm about to
That's what
get
it is.
hurt.
They even spent.
AOE
I don't
incoming.
know if they still do it, guys. That you play WoW. Do they still take an entire half of one day a week to update servers and shut the whole thing down? Do they still do that?
Nah, it's only down for a little bit.
Okay. Here's the thing. When you got a game like what I'm playing right now, Diablo 4, I'm
Target
tethered
you.
to my ISP. I'm tethered to their servers.
Mhm.
If I don't pay my ISP, or I get a bad thunderstorm, or their servers go down, I can't play
Saint
this game I
Troglodyte
spent $70 on. I
said,
can't play it.
Right.
Now,
I'm
you
really
guys can
curious
say that
cause you
MMOs are
don't
like
partake
that.
in
Yeah, but you know
multimedia.
that
It
getting
means
into
they are
it.
doing
That's
social
not supposed
scores.
to be that way
Phase
for a
change.
fucking a game that is full priced,
Pushback
single
incoming.
player, or
Michel
can be
Guevara
played single player,
said,
and has microtransactions.
so much for
and I'm
public
tethered to an
platform when
online.
Californian
Why?
big tech bans you for
Diablo 2
comments
just
on
came out.
unrelated
You guys know that
platforms.
2 years ago. Diablo 2 has an option: offline only character, online only character. You can't play online only character to offline. You can't play offline only on online. Now, why can't you do that on Diablo 4?
Well, there
I'm
was
gonna
Open
go-
BattleNet where you could do that.
Well,
But that was riddled with fucking hackers and gear where people could literally like fart on you and
exactly.
you would die a
That's
horrible,
why
painful
you go
death.
offline only. You go offline only and online only, because offline you have the propensity to be able to do what's called dupe items. And you could take those dupe items to your online character. Now you're overpowered. Now you're just fucking killing everybody left and right. Problem is
Crickets with like 18 sockets and fucking 100% fucking like, damage rating, or fucking fireballs on fucking
Target
touch,
you.
or yeah, I
So
remember we used to do items all the time.
Mhm.
a big
Program.
solution. It's not the solution, but a big solution at the time was like, okay,
AOE
you
incoming.
cannot transfer your offline character online or vice versa. That takes care of a whole lot of what we talked
Phase
about.
change.
It's not going to take care of everything, but it takes care of a lot of
Pushback
shit, because
incoming.
you can't use this character here and vice versa. Here's my other caveat, guys. Diablo 3 came out in May of 2012 for the PC only. Do you guys remember the proverbial Error 37? Error 37, nobody could sign in to play their fucking game that they bought for Diablo 3 if you were on
No.
PC? Why? It was online only. You couldn't play it offline. Well, why? Why can't I play it offline? Now, consoles, it came out a year later, being the PS3 and Xbox 360 era in 2013. Guess what they did for consoles? I can play it both offline and or online.
Mhm.
Why can't you do that for PC? Why can't we do that now for Diablo 4? You guys have already done it. Why can't we do it? Rhetorical question. I get it. Money talks. Whatever the fuck. Why can't you still do that? Because let's just say Diablo fails miserably, because we don't know. Let's say 5 years from now, fucking nobody's playing Diablo 4. If your server's shut down, what happens to my game?
Target you.
You're done. Hey, I'll tell you what happens, because I know what happens when games like that get shut down. You don't get to play that game no more. You don't get to play that game no more.
Yeah, it's gone.
When it's all online,
Successful
yeah,
endeavors
no, you lose it all.
said,
It's gone.
it's not about
Unless
the
you
money, it's
archive
about
it or
control.
patch
When
it,
they have
like,
all of the money,
I was
money
gonna
is
tell you
no
this,
object.
Chaos.
It
You
then
played
becomes
Warhammer
nothing
40K
but
and played
controlling
Warhammer
every
with
little
me, so I'm
aspect
on
of your
it, right?
life.
Their
Dude,
studio's not shutting down, but their service for the game is shutting down. Guess what they're doing? they're archiving everything up until that point and going to patch in a way for you to play everything up until it's shut down offline. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it. Because since it's online only, if it shuts down tomorrow, Game Shot Games and fucking Neocore Games is what made Warhammer 40K. It's online only. If they break down tomorrow, none of you PC console gamers alike, none of us can play that game again. So what they're doing to combat that, even though they're going under, they're going to be archived and will release a patch where you can play everything up until the last season offline. So at least you still have the game to play. Can you at least do that?
There's so many private servers for World of Warcraft out there now. All you gotta do, donate a little bit of money, and you get admin privileges, and hey, there's a World of Warcraft type game that I've been playing called WoW Ascension, and it's not bad.
That you can do that. The fact that you can do that is awesome, but Chaos, that shouldn't be anything to begin with. You should already have that option to be able to play it.
Well, there's EverQuest, but I can't get anybody into playing EverQuest.
I thought EverQuest was done.
No, it's still alive and kicking. There's a free-to-play version, then you pay a monthly fee to get access to other shit.
1.
Really?
Yep.
AOE incoming.
I thought EverQuest was over, bro.
There's also
Said,
EverQuest
give
2.
a damn games will raid Flanders booty hole every night.
Run out.
Which is still popular.
EverQuest Online and EverQuest Online Adventures was my first experience on the, for online, and that was via a network adapter on my fucking PlayStation 2, and I had 56 dial-up pay modem.
I remember that shit.
I don't know which way.
This is back in 2002. Some of you guys weren't even alive yet.
You want to get hot?
But you know what I'm saying? I'm all about being customer friendly. There's always going to be a game, even your favorite game. Take your guys' favorite game of all time. Very hard to do. How about your top 5? Your top 5. I fucking guarantee you're going to find at least one or two things wrong that frustrate you or annoy the fuck out of you.
If you have used multimedia to access media to play games and other electronic toys, they've already gained control over us. I never knew cause I just play with myself. Wow,
But,
that
you know,
sounded gay, lol.
If there's a shitty thing about a game that you love, do you guys want to know why we overlook that? Because outside of that flaw that we all see and we can admit to, the game itself is fun as fuck and I want to play it again. Is your game solid? Does it work? And is it fucking fun? That's all I care about.
It's like my in order to play games using my Oculus, I have to have a Facebook account.
There you go.
You know what I need? I need deal with me, bro. Deal with
What if your Facebook account shut
Michelle
down?
Guevara.
I created another
I'm
one.
not a gamer, so this doesn't affect me.
But
I'm dead, bro.
are
I'm
you?
fucking dead.
That's
Fucking
unfortunate.
dead.
I mean,
What the fuck?
I've been healing, bro.
What the fuck, man?
Breath
You
incoming.
got fucking. What the fuck? You people dead and fucking me dead too?
Successful endeavors.
Obviously, the other people are
Said.
fucking useless, but
Riggs
I mean,
must be in the chat.
what the fuck?
Saint
It's
Troglodyte
bad, man.
said, I'm more
Not
worried
a
they
fucking
zap our
battle res
electronics
from our
and money
Death
if
Knight
don't
tanky
participate.
or what the fuck? He's doing nothing
Right.
now but fucking running around. Like, hello, battle res, your fucking paladin healer, please. Please, battle res, your paladin healer. Oh, thank fuck. Somebody's fucking on it.
It's a pickup group, Mitchell.
Well, I expect more from them.
Well, you need to have lowered expectations here. because it's a pickup group.
Emotional damage.
It seems that way, Riggs. You aren't wrong about that. He seems like he's suffering from serious emotional damage right now.
I am. Sorry.
He seems very traumatized by this.
What are you doing, step bro?
Oh, wow.
Of things. Okay.
Hey, remember that song that I told you to sing to yourself every time you come into one of these? Lowered expectations. Okay.
Endeavors. Said. Fucking dying. Saint Troglodyte. Said.
I'm gonna give you guys Diablo 4 as an example.
Riggs Jr.
Why are you charging me $70 for an online only
SC,
game?
hello, sir.
And you have in-game cosmetics that I have to spend even more money on after I already gave you $70 fucking dollars. Why is there microtransactions on a fully priced fucking game?
Because partly they need money to run their servers that you play on. And upkeep for those servers that you... I think that is part of it. Not the whole part of it.
Successful endeavors.
But it is a part of it.
Riggs impeccable timing.
I hate the fact
for a second.
You guys could argue 7th gen gaming. Xbox 360 was better, PS3 was better, Xbox Live was better, online service. Okay, cool. We can make all those arguments.
I liked them all.
Here's the facts. PS3 online was free. I didn't have to pay PC gamers. PC gamers pay for their internet service provider, and that's it. They don't have to pay to go to a fucking PlayStation Network account or an Xbox Live service. They pay their ISP and they get everything they're supposed to get. That's the way it's supposed to be. And if people want to argue, well, we got to get more money to upgrade our game or our servers or
Riggs
whatnot,
Jr.
then how the fuck did PS3 an entire
just got home from work, night shift lady pulled a no call, no show.
Everything I needed
Michelle Guevara.
How dare you?
Said. Just loaded another page with YT, no problems buffering, it's just a chaos, clearly YT hates you.
Make sense.
Successful endeavors. Said.
That's rhetorical.
That emotional damage remark was perfect.
Why do you have to do that if you could prove that it worked before in an entire generation?
Michelle gave
You know how fucking badly
said,
we had to carry that through,
stellar
and that
voice
viewer
just like a
fucking
woman.
left, like halfway through. You see that?
See what? Oh shit.
Oh
Saint
shit.
Troglodyte.
Oh shit.
Left.
Mwah.
3/4 of the way through, he left.
Oh.
He died and then left.
Oh well.
Well, that's another thing we got to think about too, guys, and I want everybody to think about, especially if you're close to my age, older. The companies that we grew up loving have either been bought out, merged, or the original creators gone. The original creators left, they moved, they got a better job, or they retired. It's not the same companies we grew up loving.
No. Oh, fuck no. Look at Blizzard, man.
Shit.
Okay? Like, let's start with that example. Let's look at Blizzard. Alright, Blizzard fucking came in like a goddamn hurricane and dominated the market with this fucking creation. Right?
They did.
And they really did. No, they revolutionized the fucking way MMOs were fucking done.
They did, for sure.
Not with Warcraft, but with World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Right? They fucking dominated. They had the biggest fucking subscription-based fucking game in history. They are still listed as in history. Well, sorry, no. Final Fantasy 12, I think, might have outdone them in the end. But that was
14?
because most of the people that went to Final Fantasy 12.
You mean 14 or 11?
Or 14. Whatever. One of the fuckers.
Well, 11 was the first one. They were following in EverQuest Online Adventures footsteps.
Okay, well, whichever one. It was fucking the more latest fucking version of.
But the most recent Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 14.
Okay, so it was Final Fantasy 14.
That's the most recent one.
It was fucking dominating the market, and most of the WoW players ended up going there.
It's not a bad game, not gonna lie. I played it for what, 2-3 years?
Successful
It's not
endeavors.
a bad game at all. I liked
said.
it.
Definitely
Anyway,
not saying
right,
tinfoil,
the
but
point
the
I'm
hat
trying to
is
make
really
is that
small.
the the king of the hill stopped being the king of the hill,
Mm-hmm.
right? When they started fucking just slipping even that little bit, they lost their fucking position as king, right? Uh, Now, again,
Riggs
a lot of
Jr.
people may come back,
said,
they may leave that
with
one
the
and come
funny
to this
looking
one, but
noses.
that's because the games generally don't keep up with what they have or should have to offer the player base, right? Here's the problem: is even Final Fantasy 14 or whatever the fucking case may be, right, or whatever becomes the new fucking giant, will eventually lose touch with its player base and end up becoming something that nobody wants,
Mm-hmm.
My
right?
argument on independent games that you look at, guys. Now, indies are the savior. Indie this, indie that. Maybe I'm going to give you two things, Chris. Sorry to interrupt you, but it's very important.
Successful
You're
endeavors.
going to get two things. Either it's
said.
going to become what
Yes,
Chris
built
just
for
said. They're going to
tunneling.
get so big that they merge, they sell out, they become what you hate when you loved them at the beginning.
Yeah,
Number two,
everybody has a price.
if they don't do that, you guys got to understand that third party games and independent games, 90% of that shit is shovelware fucking trash too. Convince me I'm wrong.
Is what?
You're not entirely wrong.
Stupid sexy slander.
Sorry, well, you kind of broke up a bit.
Uh-oh.
When it comes to indie games, they start becoming that beacon of hope that
Yeah,
we've all done before, and then they eventually fall down to the conglomerate of being merged and becoming a shadow of themselves, former self. But there's another caveat, Chris. Even on the good ones that are worth a shit,
Riggs Jr.
90%,
said.
85 to 90%, in my
AHH,
opinion,
yes,
are
the
all
Drottle
shovelware
dudes.
fucking trash too.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know what these
What are
assholes
you,
are waiting for.
what are you waiting for? I thought we were queuing up for the first one.
I'm waiting to get my loot.
Oh no, somebody
Successful
DC'd.
endeavors.
If they can roll on it with
said.
you, you're
What
there
game
till the
frame
end, buddy.
setup was that
Or
chaos looked really
they
good?
left. DC'd, whatever the
It's
fuck they
almost
do.
over.
Yeah.
There's like a few more seconds. What
The
game frame setup was that?
look at the hype
Oh,
that's been built up on indie games, especially. Like, there's that one indie game that has now been in fucking the works for like 14 fucking years.
Well,
It's
you're
a
talking about
scam.
Star. What's it called?
No,
Star
no,
Citizen.
no, no. See, that's the thing. Star Citizen at least gave you something to play. This other
Still,
group
still,
didn't
still
even
not
give you
out, brother.
that.
Still not
Yeah, but
out. How long has that
no.
been in fucking early access?
Yeah,
Still
again,
not out.
12, 12, 13 years. But here's the thing. This other game, it hasn't even given you fucking anything to play. It gave you a fucking couple scenes and a couple fucking
pistol.
like still images, and this
Oh,
guy has collected multi-millions of dollars on a fucking like GoFundMe kind of project, right?
Chris.
I can't remember. It's a scam either way. It was a fucking scam, and it's a scam that's been going on now for like fucking a decade or two, right? Okay, another one. Really popular when I was fucking first playing WoW. I believe people were still on the fence between EverQuest and WoW. So this was like either at the end of vanilla or the start of BC. Aeon. Aeon was hyped up. They had fucking like something to show you to draw you in, right? It was kind of this different fucking aspect, open world concept, sort of like WoW or EverQuest sort of deal. And it was stunning. This was like, you know how those, or what's that game you were playing the other day? Evil West or something?
Yeah.
That kind of like new generation Japanimation look. It was like that, but it was fucking 20 fucking years ago, right? Took in millions of dollars. Flopped first fucking day it was out. Flop. Complete fucking failure. I don't know if they sold 30,000 copies because of how bad.
Everything's a fucking flop, man. I mean, look at Ubisoft. Look at fucking UbiGate, UbiDEI. They used to put out banger after banger. Now we're gonna make a fucking Assassin's Creed set in Judal the Pan with a fucking woman and a black samurai. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Was it black? I thought they transed the samurai.
Are you talking about the Assassin's Creed thing? No, it's a black samurai.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, black samurai, baby.
Huh.
Did the research because that's the internet. They did the research. The black man they're referring to was a fucking retainer. He wasn't even a full-fledged samurai.
Successful endeavors.
So they took this and they
I
wanted
was
to meet
talking
their
about the
diversity
add-ons.
quota.
What game
We're gonna
frame
do an
graphic
Assassin's
interface
Creed
is
in
that it
feudal
looks a
Japan,
lot
but it's
better
gotta
than
have a
anything that
strong
we
and
had
empowered
years ago.
fucking Mary Sue and a black man. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yes, they are out of their fucking mind. Yes. Trust me, there was.
It's Japan. For fuck's sake.
This is
No, these people are nuts. Like they're full on fucking, nuts.
I'm not sure I follow your question, SE.
Let's go to Norse. Let's go to Norse mythology. Why do you gotta have
Let's go
diverse
to a
people?
world where Flanders ain't gay.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, excuse me.
Successful endeavors.
Why in the fuck do you gotta have diversity in mythic, feudal Japan, or in Norse mythology? What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's it.
They're fucked in the head.
Yeah, they're fucked in the head.
I understand Norse mythology pretty well.
So the Democrats in California are finally admitting that they protect child traffickers.
Well, they're always going to protect child traffickers because child traffickers make money. Oops! Did I say that? Oh man.
Oh,
Riggs, you're exactly right.
God,
it's all fucking
damn
good,
it.
Riggs. It's even fucking
Hey,
gay. It's
gay.
More gay.
That's hard to outdo.
Shut up, Wh0r3. You've been playing. I just got on.
I don't know. I look at today's music. I look at the video games. I look at the movies and all that shit. And this is about the best way I can describe it.
Very nice. Very nice.
You know,
I'd
say it's like that, if not worse.
Maybe could you make it a little more wet and add some boogers to it?
I'll make it. Here we go. Is that what? God damn it. I need to put that above the so I'm not here too. Because this is just no Father Charter.
So hey, while we're fucking here, in case you didn't hear, I'm looking to fucking pull in Dan, come have a discussion here this weekend, and I'm possibly going to do one where we can point out to, and it sucks because he's still got hope, but the case with the guy I know from Wisconsin there, who's going through the same shit with my ex-wife's cousin. They're divorced now. He still kind of has hopium that somehow he can get this to work out through them or through the court system. And I told him he was basically delusional. But we might be doing a live stream about that too. FYI.
Oh, there's no real. There's. It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Make sure you guys put that out there, because I'm going to give you guys two pieces of advice. Number one, I've been unsubscribed to at
Successful
least a half a
endeavors.
dozen of you guys, and I
Said.
never unsubscribed from you. I
You
had to
can go back
resubscribe.
through in the
That
editing
does
process and
gay.
silence it out or add in
that does
sounds like
happen.
a truck horn, train horn, or a quacking duck.
Yes, come help me kill this fucking rare elite before it disappears.
I require every last suffused ingot.
I don't even know where you're
Tricky
at.
guys.
For our bargain with Wh0r3.
Let's stick my dragon right up his four
You're in
butt.
Chaos chat right now. If you look at Chaos's chat box, above your chat box, you're going to see something with a drop arrow. It's either going to say top chat or live chat. Make sure it says live chat or you will miss comments.
Yeah. I always make sure to do that before you.
It's very
Make sure
easy
you
to
put
forget,
the
guys.
hygienist.
Or if you like men's buttholes, and Riggs used to get chocolate starfishes instead of a gold star for being a good boy. He got a brown star today. You can talk to him about that.
Hey man, I may have been raised Catholic, but I wasn't an altar boy.
You were the priest.
Oh, you seen Alto when you get a dick in your ass.
No, I'm not you. I'm not gay.
You might be a little gay.
Riggs, who's more gay, me or you for coming over here and being here twice and sleeping in my house? Who's more gay?
I mean,
because you're older.
You had a choice.
Here's the question: when y'all spoon, when you were the big spoon,
Successful
did you get a
endeavors.
chub while you're spooning?
Flanders loves for you to chat in his
got a
box.
chub,
I had him.
that's gay.
I had him in a safe room to keep me safe. I locked the door so he couldn't get out. So my butthole was safe. I don't know about his.
He was getting a chub looking at my sexy truck.
You know, back in the day, they used to use these, what do they call them? Bundling blankets or something to keep, young men from boning their, daughters when they stayed over. Maybe you could invest in something like that or learn to sew.
Riggs invests in that, and he's very afraid it's in the trunk of his truck every time he gets here because he can't resist the Saunders butt or dick.
Wow.
So you got to have these weighted blankets to keep his fucking pecker down.
For no reason. Said. Do you ever want to play
I look
Killing Floor
forward
2
to
again?
the
Yes.
day when that fucking
Dude.
particular anatomy quits working.
You want to try it tomorrow?
Hey, my dick works. I just don't use it, but I am very thankful it still works.
Mine works. I hate it, and I still use it.
Wait, you
I
hate
still
your own
hate
dick?
it. I beat it like it's a retarded stepchild.
Well, even if you're not using it like on a pussy, how about
Yeah,
that?
no, I'm not
let me
using it like
clarify.
that. Like,
You're
no.
using it on a
Flanders uses
pussy,
The chicks here don't find me that attractive.
For no reason.
but your dick still gets hard.
Said.
That's a good thing.
Can
Oh,
I
yeah.
join tomorrow?
Yeah. Most
My dick.
definitely. I wake up every morning, motherfuckers fucking staring at me and like, God damn it.
Hey, have you guys ever heard of that band that's full of fucking
Successful
cripples
endeavors.
and fucking shit like that?
Said.
One of their songs is
Phrasing.
My balls still work.
Maybe, I don't know.
Uh,
I need
Dude,
to hear the
they're
song to
fucking-
tell you if I heard it.
I don't know if they're still even alive, but yeah, it was a bunch of handicapped, and well, the one guy was like fucking, I don't even know if it was Down syndrome or something, but
Sounds
Mr.
Very-
Wolf's a handicap.
very mentally
That's how he rolls.
disabled, right?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, one of their songs which I liked was "My Balls Still Work," and it was great. Yeah, just had to go look them up, see what it was.
Unlike Successful Endeavors, who says I'm neutered in Nebraska, there's a difference between getting a vasectomy and getting neutered. I actually keep my balls. A dog doesn't. I just have my vas deferens cut with titanium tubes. My balls are still there.
He has a very, very, very itty bitty, teeny weeny, shriveled little short chance of one of his soldiers slipping through that.
It's possible. I've heard it. It's rare.
For no reason.
Unless
Said,
my aunt,
my PP works
cheated
very
on
well.
my uncle.
AOE
Old
incoming.
movie fan 1973 said.
What?
So
When
when
that
you
the
guys,
Emperor
when you guys,
now that I
I'm
think
in
about it,
background.
it's possible.
well, I'll tell you the process because I've heard of it.
Because-
Chaos actually has. So it is possible. It's very, very, very unlikely.
Shockwave.
It's the same
When you
way
guys get
with when the woman gets her tubes tied.
AOE
There's
There's still
incoming.
a chance
exactly.
of
Still a chance.
an egg slipping out and getting fertilized.
When I got a vasectomy after my third kid, they do a sperm count check at 6 weeks and 12 weeks. If there's still active sperm at 6, you come in at 12.
Shockwave.
If they confirm at 0, you're good to go. For any of you guys that have any
AOE
questions
incoming.
because you're fucking weirdos about what does it feel like, Jared? It feels the same. Your fucking ejaculation looks the same. Everything's the same. You just have 0 twins. That's it.
Really? I was told that you don't come as much. Like, feeling wise,
Well,
everything.
okay.
But
I
you
have a
don't-
hard time believing that. You don't come as
Shockwave.
much. The only way I could prove that is if you guys jack off and come into a fucking
AOE
place that can
incoming.
fucking determine the millimeters or milliliters or whatever of your sperm and go from there. I never felt like I had any different experience, any different amount, any
Did
different
you have to
nothing.
jack
It's just
off into a
that-
cup, or did they shove a thumb up your ass and milk your prostate?
No, I never had my prostate milk. You actually have to jack off into a cup.
I've almost wondered, is that even true?
Successful
Like, or
endeavors.
is he just like urban?
Said.
It's
Who us using the English girl voice.
It sounds like an
Well,
urban.
For
I
no
can't tell
reason.
you from experience, Chris.
Who's
Said.
using the
What are
English
you
girl
doing,
voice?
step bro?
That'd be Father Charter.
I can't tell you from experience either, Saunders, because, you know, I've never asked anyone to fucking milk me.
Well, from my experience after having a vasectomy, outside of about, it's going to be different from everybody. Some people are sore for a day or two. Some people are sore for an entire fucking week. So there's another different thing you got to think about. I was sore or uncomfortable for about 2 days. That was it.
Just from beating
You
off
wanna get
into a
high?
cup.
No, I didn't beat off in those 2 days. Hell no. The last thing on my mind, well, my fucking balls and my crotch are sore, is fucking jerking my dick. So I waited.
You waited
I
until
can
the
go a
time.
couple days, guys. I've went 18 months before. I'm good to go without doing it for a week at a time. All right. Some of you guys have went longer. That's no offense to you. None. I understand why. I'm just saying that I've went a year and a half without doing it, and you're okay. It sucks. You miss it. You're gonna have lonely times. You're gonna wish you had a pussy. You're gonna wish you had a woman's fuckhole to fucking fuck. I get it. When I was Chris Mitchell's age, Chris
Flanders,
took
you're a
me-
fucklehole.
Watch your step.
I
You're a
you know,
fuck stick.
depending on how you look at it, it's all a matter of perspective, Riggs. But Riggs, you and Chris, you guys are in your mid-30s, right?
For no reason.
Dude, I'm 41. I'll be
Said.
42 in November.
I rolled
41.
out of
Riggs, I
bed
think
and
you're
fell on my
mid-30s. I
morning
was still
wood that was
thinking in my
painful.
Yeah, I'll be
mid-30s.
36
Watch your
August.
step.
Yeah, I was still
Oh,
fucking.
I live the mouth
I
a bit.
wanted all the pussy. I still wasn't
Spear.
done yet, man. I didn't have. I'm not gonna tell you guys control
Target
because I
you.
don't. I have better control over my fucking biological processes.
Oh, this is that. Okay.
Yeah, chains.
Yeah. I remember now.
In my experience, guys, if you ever get lonely or you ever want pussy and shit like that, it's never gonna stop. But I guarantee you, it gets better at managing and it gets better at dealing with. But it doesn't
If
ever
you ever
go
get
away.
lonely, just go over to Finders Only.
For no
Holes.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Said.
you can do that and
Are
look
you
at April
winning?
Saunders. She's got a whole bunch of different pictures. You guys, and Jill Saunders now too. Jill and April. How many other fucking Saunders are out there? I don't know. You guys are gonna have to ask Billy Von Bob on that one.
Yeah, yeah. I should have a
One share.
OnlyFans subscription thing up soon, so you can go look at stuff there. Just give me your money.
You guys want kickbacks. You guys want kickbacks from me. And I'm like, look, I'll give you guys kickbacks when I see the fucking profits of my fucking baby
Spear.
shop. I haven't seen it yet.
Listen,
So I can't
motherfucker.
give you a
I
Target
can't give you
Successful
something you
endeavors.
haven't fucking produced yet.
Said. April Jill
Well,
and
according
Rachel
to
the
you guys,
redhead.
it's already out there on the internet. Where's my kickbacks? We're promoting your site. Okay, cool.
2 share.
If you're promoting my site, that means my site not only exists, but I'm making profit. And either way, you guys are both wrong because it doesn't exist, and I'm not making profit, so I can't give you shit.
For no reason.
Fucking weirdos.
Said.
What's wrong with you?
Flanders has an only chair account.
Blistering skewer.
By the way, Chaos, I want to let you know on Diablo 4 currently, this is not a seasonal mechanic. There is no seasonal mechanic. It's pretty much Loot Reborn, like Loot 2.0.
Watch
on
your
Diablo
step.
3 back in 2012, 2013. They updated a lot of fucking quality of life fixes, stability fixes, bugs, and redid the loot. The loot
Rix
and shit
Jr.
is a lot better.
Said.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm
Flanders
having fun
only
again.
holes
I haven't
link is
played
in
this
his
game
YouTube
since, like,
bio.
what,
LOL.
November, December last year, and I'm having fun fucking doing it again. Now, this might not seem like a big thing or very trivial, which it is. Saunders, I can't afford to eat. You're bitching about playing a game. I get it. The thing is that this is one of my hobbies that gives me that release, that something I enjoy. When I go 5-6 months without playing it, or I see all the practices of all these fucking anti-consumer companies, it makes life just that much harder to fucking bear, because now I take one of my hobbies that I love away because I don't enjoy it anymore. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I got one of my hobbies taken away from me.
Fights?
Taking dicks in the ass?
For no reason.
Masturbating.
No.
Said.
Fucking
Flanders,
making
do you
bitches
play
walk
any
like
boomer
Bambi out of my
shooters?
bedroom.
I love that when a woman doesn't walk right for a whole day. That's awesome, dude.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Dude, I fucking destroyed your pussy, bitch. Fuck yeah, I fucking fucked you. It's not a goal, but it's a cool thing to see. Because that same person, that same woman will look at Riggs, correct me if I'm wrong, Riggs. That same person can get pissed at Riggs and say, you ain't shit, and you got a small dick, and you never please me. Bitch, I had you walking out of my house like you just got out of prison after a week, and you're telling me that I didn't please you? Fuck you. Fuck
We
you.
lose both the thanks.
It's when you shove your thumb up her ass.
Yep, the size of your dong depends on how she thinks about you at that point in time.
At
She's
that
happy
point
with
in
it,
time,
it's big.
yep.
She's
At
angry
that
at you,
point-
it's tiny.
At that point in time, Riggs, you could even have a 10-inch long. And if she's pissed at you or you do her wrong, she's going to see you're itty bitty. You couldn't please me. You never did nothing. You're like, bitch, come on.
Every time.
Anything to strike your ego.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we lost both the tanks, and now we've only got on the other guy fucking that came in and logged off. So.
Well, it's up to you then.
Chaos, any of you gamers out there, I would love to game with you again, but I will have to get a PS Plus to engage with you at the same time. Otherwise, I can't game with you, Chaos, unless I pay money on top of my ISP, on top of the game, on top of the console, to be able to fucking game with you. That's what pisses me off.
That sounds very
Gay!
It is. It's gay as shit. I enjoy gaming with you, Chaos. I do. I enjoy gaming with my son. Why do I have to pay extra to do that if I already bought the game, the console, the TV, my internet service provider, everything else? Now you tell me I got to give you an extra $10 a month so I can game with somebody fucking 8 blocks away? Fuck you.
$10 where the
Wild.
fuck are you paying $10
James.
a month?
Entered the chat.
Well, it's
Welcome
$10
to
a
the
month
stream.
if you do it individually.
James.
It's less if you buy it by
Said.
the year.
Howdy.
But I don't want to buy
Michelle
it by the
Guevara
year, Chris.
said,
If I game with you or Chaos,
I'll be
YT is gay.
right back.
10 times.
Dude,
How the fuck does me gaming with you 10 times justify
Michelle
$100
Guevara
a year, man?
said,
That's on
like I'm
top of it.
saying,
Brother
Yeah,
James,
bullshit.
bonjour.
we pay way
Successful
more than
endeavors.
It's
said
bullshit, Chris. Bullshit.
James.
that. All right,
Alright,
single
so,
tables, bitch. Let's do it.
Chris, there's a lot of things there's a lot of things we agree on. All of us in this fucking
Target
channel,
you.
all of us in this fucking community, the sphere,
Special
the
coming.
brotherhood, whatever you want to call it. Tons of things we agree on. Okay? Some of the things I can't agree on is why do I gotta pay more on top
Watch
of
your
services
step.
that I've already paid you for and provided that are not always fucking legit to begin with because it breaks down all the time. I can't justify it. It's not that I can't afford $10
Watch
a
your
month
feet.
or $7 a month if I go the full
James
year. I can afford it right now,
said,
Chris. I could buy it right now.
All these
Special
So you're
generating
gonna
AI
justify
channels
the
are
amount of
pretty
time that I
gay.
play with you guys. That's the problem.
Well,
Like
that's the thing.
a brand new car, the average brand new car here in America, you guys
Watch your
correct me if
step.
I'm wrong,
James
the average brand
said,
new car is
almost
over
4 a.m.
$30,000 brand new.
Yep.
Average. That's not even loaded, just average. Who the fuck's got
Phase change.
$30,000
Watch your step.
to throw down? And even if you don't have 30, let's just say you have 2,000 to put down a down payment. Now you got $350 payments a month for the next 5 years. In America, Chris, it was common. The biggest loan you ever had buying a brand new car was 5 years to pay it off. That was it. Period. End of story. Not only is it 6, but it's climbing to 7 now. 7 years to pay off a brand new vehicle. What the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about?
Michelle
I
Guevara
already don't
change.
agree, Chris.
said,
You live in a house. I
off to
live
do
in this
man
house.
stuff.
Why should it
James
take 30 years to
said,
pay it off?
Take it
Well,
easy.
so
A
long
new
as you got
pickup
different
truck is
options.
retarded expensive.
You got different options, Chaos. You can pay it off in 15.
Special
Yeah,
coming.
you're gonna 1.5 times your fucking mortgage payment every month. Can you afford that?
Yeah.
If you got $1,000 mortgage, 30 years, but you can pay it off in 15 for 1,500. Do you
Michelle
guys have
Guevara
1,500 an extra $500 a
said,
month for the next 15
have a
years to do
damnably
that?
fine hour of the day,
I mean,
gentlemen.
you got to think about all this shit.
Successful
And
endeavors.
when you have it paid off,
said,
at least here in the States, Chris,
Michelle
if you don't
James
pay up on your property taxes,
Target you.
they can buy it out
get
from under
ER
you.
done, brother
Special
You
Guevara.
paid off this house. This house that you own, you paid off. You got the title, you got the deed, it's done. Oh shit, Chris didn't pay his property tax
Watch
for
your
fucking
step.
3 months. Saunders didn't pay his property tax for 4 months. Me, as a piece of shit, I'm gonna go under Chris. I'm gonna pay Chris's back taxes of property
Phase
taxes
change.
for, let's
Watch
just give
your
the number
step.
out there, 3K. I'm gonna get 3K and I can take that house.
Mhm.
What fucking world are we living in? What the fuck?
Yep. Well, that's how my mother ended up fucking losing their fucking part of a chunk of the property, not all of it, but a chunk of it.
Phase change.
They wouldn't even
Bullshit,
take.
Chris.
No, here's the thing. They wouldn't take her money. They wouldn't
They,
take it.
they wouldn't even take her money.
No, and
So she
the
had the
lawyer
money
that,
and they wouldn't take it.
yes, they paid. She tried to pay it, and they wouldn't take it because the fucking guy who was the mayor at the time, his buddy wanted the property, and that's how he got it. And when she,
Motherfucker.
well, here's the thing: she hired a lawyer, right? And like he had him fucking dead to rights. Dude fucking dies with a goddamn heart attack, and now nobody knows where the fucking files and stuff are.
Huh?
It's horseshit, guys. This breaks my heart. Okay, how about this, Chris? Let me add to that, Chris, here in the States, and you tell me how it is in Canada. If my mother were to pass away, God forbid, 3 years from now, I am very close to paying off this house. I give my
James
mother, she's
said,
here 1 or 2 days a week.
you can
I'm
buy a
buying this
new
house
vet
for my
cheaper than
mother.
a pickup truck. In
My
some
mother will always
cases, it's
have a place
insane.
to stay here because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have a place to stay. That my mother is the one woman who never betrayed me, humiliated me, gave me a
Successful
place to
endeavors.
stay when I didn't have anywhere to go.
Said,
So my mom is
good
the
night,
one
everyone.
woman that I will go out of my way for, guys, because she's proved it to me time and time again. Until I'm proved otherwise, that's the way it is. All right. Second thing is If my mom had to go to a nursing home, let's
James
just say my mom got severe
said,
dementia.
Gonna go
Don't you
watch
ever
Aggro
put
Squirrel
your parents in
narrates.
a nursing home. How dare you? I will come down on you. I'll take care of you, mom.
James
Blah, blah, blah. Look,
said,
I don't want
Night
that to
SC
happen. I'm a realist. What I'm telling you guys is this: my mom is outside naked at 4 in the morning, 4 blocks away, and she doesn't know where she is. I got a fucking choice to make. Does that make sense? That's
Yes.
logical. I
And
got a fucking choice to make.
let me give you another side of that. My mother just went into a nursing home, was actually forced in there by the doctor because the situation was so bad at home with our fucking siblings. Like, there's some times where the nursing home is the better option, and the rest of us, you got to think about it, man. The closest one to her, and again, even he can't do anything because she would stop him 12 hours away, you know?
successful
12
So,
endeavors
12
like,
said,
hours.
I've
yeah,
never
and my
had to
fucking
overcompensate by
brother, my
buying a
drugged out
Corvette.
brother and drugged out sister destroyed that woman.
12
Mentally,
hours, Chris?
emotionally,
12
fucking
hours?
Successful
everything.
endeavors
Yeah, he's
12
12
I
hours.
fucking
see.
hours, dude?
GN
Well, dude, the
Dude,
rest of us are like fucking. We're on the like either the middle of the country towards the west coast. She lives on an island on the east coast.
12, okay, Chris, before I let you continue, brother, allow me real quick. I'm sorry. I hate talking over you guys. I'm really trying not to. 12 hours. I want you guys to take this into fucking consideration. If it took 12 hours for somebody that you're paying for that was covered, whether it was insurance, a living will, whatever it was, 12 hours is a difference of life or death because 1 hour can be the difference of life or death. They're 12
Yeah,
hours a fucking way.
well, yeah, that's where our other closest sibling with fucking any common sense lives. Like again, she's happy now that she's in the nursing home. She's finally free of her fucking children that have destroyed her, right? And everyone else that came around to destroy her. My sister just got there, not yesterday, but the day before, to sell off the house and lock the doors to get my siblings, my cracked out fucking brother and sister, the fuck out of there. And she's selling off the property.
This
But
shit right here,
for the last fucking 20 years, man, or sorry, not the last 20 years, but the last fucking 5 to 6 years, she's been living in a fucking nightmare. Like they would come steal her medication, steal her money, fucking letting other people come in and steal from her, like all kinds of fucking shit, right?
Riggs
Like
Jr.
a fucked up
said,
situation.
GNSC
And she's finally happy now that she's in a home. So a home's not always the worst fucking situation.
it's not always the worst. I don't want to do it, guys, but it's not always the worst. Like I told you, if my mom's outside naked 4 blocks away, I got a fucking decision to make. I can't be there 24 hours a day every day. You guys know this. You're logical. You're men. I have to make a choice. Here's the problem, Chris, here in the States. Up to 7 years. If I pay off this house and my mom gives it to me and signs the title to me, if it's been within less than 7 years, they can say that I tried to do that to mitigate. They would try to get me for fraud because I knew my mom was dying, and they're gonna come after my estate anyway. That shit does happen, Chris.
You mean with the family court?
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, they're
they will come.
fucking, they're fucking evil as they come, dude. Evil as
They
they
will
come.
come, Chris. They
Look,
will. Let's
look,
just say.
look at,
Let's just say I help pay my mom's house off. I give my mom $700 a month
right?
for utilities and to help pay off principal balance on the house. This is on top of 941 in child support. Half my
Yeah.
shit's gone day one, guys. Half of it's gone.
Well, and here's the
And
thing.
they can come
Look at,
take it. Or how about this, Chris? Let's just say hypothetically, Chris, I'm your grandfather. I built this house with my own 2 hands. Chris decides he inherits it. Chris decides to get married. Chris gets divorced. That wife has a chance of taking this house that Chris's grandfather built with his own hands in a fucking divorce. Do you guys want to chance that?
oh, there you go. But at the same time, look at what fucking like Eric's ex-wife was asking if he had gold and silver fucking, stashed away when they were fucking married, using their daughter as like a fucking go-between to find out if he had something she could fucking take him back to the family court and try to get. And
There
he
you,
actually got the kids. That's the fucked up part. He got
there
the
you go,
kids.
guys. In
He
case you
won the
missed,
kids in his fucking divorce hearing, and yet still she's capable of taking him to family court, right? And trying to say that, oh, he made all this after or while we were together and hid it away, right? Hidden finance. That's how fucking evil this fucking group is. These
there's
people
fucking
don't
people out
deserve
there.
mercy. They
There's
don't
people
deserve
out there. There's people out there. Let's say I'm hypothetically Chris's ex-wife. If Chris is working this full-time job and child
Too far
support
away.
is dependent on that, if Chris is like, I can't afford this, I'm going to go get another 20-hour part-time job. So now I'm working 60 hours a week. They can take you back to court here in America and prove that you're making more money via your fucking subpoenaed fucking W-2 forms, and they will take more from you. So what's the point of getting a part-time job or getting fucking promoted if that ex-wife can go back and take even more money from you? What's the point of fucking bettering yourself if even more can be taken from you guys?
Well, that's just it. That's not the point. The point is for this group to extract as much money as they can and use your children in the fucking process.
And here
That
we
is
go,
their
Chris.
goal.
Let's add on. Let's add on, Chris. Let's keep going here, Chris. If you humor me. Here in Nebraska, you have to pay child support till they're 19. Okay.
Mhm.
Some states are up to 26 if they're disabled or they go to college. They will make you pay till they're fucking 26. It's not 18 in life and done, guys, like the song. It's whatever that fucking state tells you. Okay? Most states are 18, mine's 19, some are 26. If your child decides to go to college and you thought you were going to be done with child support at 18 or 19, you have to continue to pay that child support for that child while they're fucking in college, all the way up to 26, which is an 8-year degree.
Isn't that fucked up?
Dude, what the fuck, Chris? Okay, how about this? Let me
Not
add
that the
another
whole
thing, Chris.
situation wasn't
I,
fucked up, but
I'm
that's
gonna add
reasonable.
another. Here's what I'm gonna add, Chris. There's another thing because I need you guys to know. I know I've been through the process. There's no such thing as an assumable loan anymore, from what I understood by talking with Rusty. Don't quote me. An assumable loan is if my mom passed away tomorrow, I could just continue her loan at her interest at her payment. They will make you redo all your financials, and they can
I need
increase
to
your
target
mortgage
something
and your
fast.
interest payment because assumable loans don't fucking exist no more. Tell me how fucked up that is. Why can't I keep paying what has been already agreed upon? If I'm still making the payment, making my escrow, which is your homeowner's insurance and fucking property tax, why do you got to add to that? If I'm still doing what my mom was legally obliged to do, and I took it over, why can't I assume, i.e., an assumable loan, and pay what she was paying? No, they're going to reevaluate Chris's credit score. They're going to reevaluate down payments. They're going to reevaluate debt to income ratio. They will fuck with you to get more money, even though your mom and dad have paid for this for fucking 40 years.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's gone.
That's
I
what
don't know
happens
how to
when you
tell
let
you.
government fucking get their boot in your fucking life in every which way. And more of this shit. Again, it doesn't matter if they make a law tomorrow saying they can come fucking stick their fist up your asshole whenever they fucking want to, right? The answer is still fucking no. But we don't say no anymore. We don't fucking like say no and like mean it. We don't burn down Capitol buildings. We don't execute politicians. We don't fucking take pot shots at them on a fucking daily. We don't tie them to rafts and send them adrift to the fucking ocean. And that's the problem.
We don't
They
fucking hang DAs from the fucking gallows. We don't fucking hold
exactly
judges to accountable because they have fucking qualified immunity, just like police officers.
again, but the qualified immunity is something they put in place to protect them from you.
Yeah.
It's up to
If,
you
if,
to say,
if I'm your judge,
hey, guess
if I'm
what?
Chris,
Just like
if I'm
no, but just like that fist up your ass, it's up to you to say no. No, you
okay,
don't get
if I'm
qualified immunity. In fact, we're
If
going
I'm
to
Chris,
fucking
yeah,
deal with you.
if I'm Chris's judge and it's found out later that it was all under perjury, lies, deceit, whatever the fucking charge it is, and I'm against Chris in that court of law, do you think they're going to come after me as a woman to correct that fucking mistake?
Oh fuck no. You mad. You mad.
Chris, Chris, my ex-wife is a travel nurse. Before I got divorced to her 7 years ago, I looked at her pay stub and she was bringing home $130,000 a year by herself. I was making 60.
Why
We
didn't
were
you just
fucking over
fucking
200,000,
why did you
$200,000. First of all, my question is, where the fuck is this money and how do we have any debt in Nebraska making $200,000? Where the fuck is our money going? Where the fuck is our money going?
because it
I
ain't
never got
your
an answer.
money, it's her money, and then
I didn't get
there's
an
your
answer.
guys' money.
If I'm a judge, I'm looking at Chris. Hypothetically, Chris, you're making 50K. Your ex-wife's making 100K. If I'm looking at that and I'm dictating asset division, child support, medical insurance, child support, guys, for you guys that don't know here in America, that does not include dental and medical. Not only are you responsible for child support, and you better pay it every month, but you're also responsible for 50% of any dental and medical fucking expenses on top of that. So if your son or daughter, even in your ex wife's care, has $10,000 worth of a fucking, I don't know, a surgery's got to do, she's got to do, a broken bone, whatever. After insurance, basic insurance, good insurance here in America is 80/20. Insurance will cover 80%, you got 20. So let's just say your son's got a $2,000 bill or $10,000 bill. Chris and the ex-wife are responsible for 2,000 of it. I still have to cover 1,000 even though I'm giving you 37% of my income every fucking month. What guy
Mhm.
can fucking do that? Can you guys do that? Because I can't.
Dude, are you kidding? Most people here can't even afford rent anymore. Forget
There you
child
go.
support, forget fucking alimony, forget all that shit. Forget fucking
So
dentist bills.
when a guy goes postal, if Chris goes postal and I hear tomorrow, Chris Mitchell ends 3 lives and his own tomorrow. Please don't do that, Chris.
No,
This is
I
hypothetical.
mean you might hear the three lives, but hey, I want to be here to tell people why I did it. Okay,
Well, here's what I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do.
be like,
Not
dude,
even
I
know.
was gonna fucking pick
Let's
out
just say
three
I
of
don't
these
even know
motherfuckers.
Chris. Let's say I've never talked with Chris once in my life. Chris, you and I have talked for years now. Let's say I never knew Chris. If Chris popped off, went postal, fucking ended people's lives, my first question is not like, "Oh, Chris, how could you, you son of a bitch?" You guys want to know my my first fucking initial thought is, what led Chris Mitchell to do that? Because Chris Mitchell didn't wake up and decide violence and end fucking people's lives. I want to know what the fuck led him to do that. That's my fucking thoughts.
Yeah, but they
If
never
I
asked that. You're pegged as
if I
as
fuck
a
up, guys,
bad guy.
I'm
Well,
not
here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
I'm
No. Well, founders, here's how bad it is here in Canada right now and the U.S. They wouldn't even look at. Not only would they not look at why I went postal, but they would only focus on the fact that I'm white.
That would be a big one too
yeah.
that they'd focus on. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
And
Oh shit,
like I
chaos,
would I
Chris,
would be crucified, like crucified.
chaos,
Like
Chris. You're
they let
fucking
go
white.
fucking black
You're,
criminals, Indian criminals, all the fucking time. They just got them loose.
Chris, you're white. Chaos, you're white. You guys are straight. You guys are fathers. You guys will serve, whatever the case may be. Oh, you guys are fucked. How dare you be
Oh yeah.
any of those fucking things?
Yeah. We only like brown skin serial rapists and criminals. You know
Look, I'm not trying to be a fucking doomer here, guys. I understand
what else
doomerism.
would you
I
call it?
understand giving up. I understand all that, Chris. I do. I really do. I feel for a lot of guys today. I got sons I'm still raising this just like you do. I'm trying to fucking look at this in every aspect that I can. When someone goes postal, Chris included, I'm not blaming Chris. I want to know all the facts. I want to know what led Chris to wake up and choose violence that day because there's no man that I've ever
A
met
wild
in my life, myself
DJ
included,
Ronnie
who
G
woke up and chose violence.
entered the
What's up,
chat.
DJ Ronnie
Welcome
G?
to the stream. DJ
You get
Ronnie
pushed
G
into it.
said, Quesstitution.
If you were to example, Chris, all this shit we're talking about, guys, Chaos, you lost your place of living. Chris, you lost your house. I lose my house that I've grown up in 1987. I can't look at you as a man, Chris or Chaos, and tell you that I wouldn't choose violence because now I'm in a corner and I have nowhere to go. You take this house from me, I got nothing left. Yes, I got my kids. I get it. I understand. Oh, don't do it, Jared. You got your kids. Look, guys, I get it. Okay. A lot of the questions I ask you guys are rhetorical. I know the
Yeah, but
answer. I'm
we're
putting it out there.
doing this for
I'm
our
off to
kids.
bed, guys. Take care.
Later, Riggs.
You got to go, Riggs.
Yeah,
Riggs,
I'm gonna go to
thank you for working, Riggs. Thank you for being a mechanic. Thank you so much because it's shit that I don't want to do, and I am perfectly within my capability to hire someone like Riggs because I don't
DJ
want to do
Ronnie
that
G
shit, and I don't want to learn.
said,
I don't want to truck
Right.
drive.
Oh hey James, the first
Did
think
I
I
truck
got a
drive in the
picture of a
military?
I
lightning
know how
bolt
to
today. DJ
I
Ronnie
You
G
know
appreciate
how
you
to
guys.
said,
eat a dick.
so far
Okay,
I see
I'll eat a
1-3 of
dick.
it in
As long as you
post
keep being a
processing
mechanic,
working
I'll
on
eat a
it.
dick.
All right, take care, guys.
Because there might be one day, even though I'm eating dicks, I'm going to sit there and be like, Riggs, you remember when you said that? Yeah, well, then now you got to do my work for free. That's $800, Jared. Hey, you told me to eat a dick, so I guess you got to fucking live up, man. Fix my shit.
Not
But no,
wrong.
guys, we know the fucking stats out there, guys. 70% of working class people. I know statistics can be fucking skewed. I get it. But I can also attest to this because I felt it. Doesn't mean it's true, but it does give it propensity. I was one of those guys until I was in my 40s where I had less than 1,000 in my savings. Hell, guys, before I got into my 40s, I had less than 500. I was one emergency away of being fucking homeless. How many of you guys are there? How many of you guys, January
What's the $100?
2023?
What's the
Well,
$100?
January 2023, Chris, my water heater went out. I had to squeegee the fuck. I had to fucking dehumidify, fan, $1,200 for that new water heater. You got $1,200 you can fucking just let go of right now? Because
Fuck, I ain't got
40 years, first 40 years of my life, I didn't.
I ain't got $12. Forget fucking 1,200.
There you go. And you wonder why guys go fucking postal. Fucking look at it, man. Look at that shit. A guy doesn't go postal. You fucked him financially. You fucked with his freedom. You fucked with his
DJ Ronnie
kids. You
G
fucked with his life, his
said,
mom, his dad, his
I'd
vehicle,
be
whatever
able
the
to
fuck
let
it
go
is,
of
guys.
1,210
I'm not a father
days.
that's above any of you guys. I felt this shit before I was a father. How the fuck do you respond to
DJ
that?
Ronnie G
And when you do,
said,
who's gonna fucking hurt?
but I really
Even
should
if it's
get my
provoked,
finances more
even
organized
if your
before my
response is
30s are over.
justified. He stepped on my property. I gave him a warning. He punched me. He showed fucking maiming intent on me, and I responded. And you want to fucking charge me? So, well, you're protected by Good Samaritan laws and this and that and the other. Then why the fuck am I being punished for it right now? Why was this not thrown out? Why am I here, Your Honor? Your Honor? Please stand and rise for Your Honor. No, motherfucker. How about you stand and rise for me because I'm a combat vet? You sit the fuck down, Judge, and you listen to me. How about that? Fuck you.
Yeah, but see, they believe they have a power over us that is so great because we give it to them. I mean, they have that power because we give it to them.
Too far away.
Well,
We
Chris,
let them fucking have it.
here's another thing that sucks, Chris. Here's what I fucking deal with every night. Here's what I deal with all the fucking time. What's the point of having Good Samaritan laws? Because as men, we are protectors. It's in your nature, Chris. Even if you don't want to and you don't, you still have this, like, you have this proclivity. You want to protect this child, protect this woman, protect this man. When you do that and you get punished, what's that going to make you as a good man want to do in the future? This is why men, this is why good men get tired of being fucking good men because it's always used against us.
Well, I always bring up the guy in Australia, right? Help the chick for fucking hours fix her fucking piece of shit fucking car, and then
Remember
she
this
turned
one? Oh,
around and
tell the story. Tell the story,
that's what it
Chris.
was
Tell the
called.
whole story, brother. Tell it all. I
Well,
remember this.
yeah, it was. That's pretty much the case of it. I mean, a chick broke down at a gas station, right? Luckily, there was CCTV footage of it. Uh, he helped her for hours to get that fucking car operating again, only for that chick to fucking turn around and say he sexually assaulted her, right? And this guy, although they had the footage from day one, they had the footage proving that he was innocent as they come. They still fucking put him through the court. He still lost
Run
his
out.
job, lost his family, lost his wife, lost his kids, fucking was labeled a fucking sexual deviant pretty much by the entire community, and he was fucking completely innocent. And that was for helping somebody. But if you
When he
hurt
proved,
somebody,
when
yeah,
he
it was
proved,
proved beyond a
when he
shadow of
proved,
doubt.
when he proved empirically, chaos or Chris, when he proved he was innocent, do you think his life got any better?
No.
No, no, it didn't. They just dropped the fucking charges. Did she get a consequence?
I am out of
Not a
range.
one. Not a
Not
fucking
one,
one.
guys. Your life is now drugged through the fucking mud, and you get
Yeah,
nothing out of it. You lost time, you lost money, you lost court, you lost your freedom,
lost his
you lost
family,
all that. Now it's
lost his
proven
family.
false, and that woman gets a fraction, like an eighth
She,
of what
she got
punishment you
nothing.
got.
She got nothing.
Nothing.
There was no punishment.
There
None.
you go. There you go. No
None.
punishment.
Not some. None. She
So
faced no fucking
Watch your step.
crime or charges whatsoever.
what is Chris supposed to
DJ
do?
Ronnie G
I think about
said,
this shit, guys, because it bothers me.
nasty.
If I'm in a subway, a train, in public, Chris's mom, someone Chris cares about. Maybe you don't care about your mom. Say, just think about someone you guys care about: mom, grandma,
Watch
sister,
your step.
daughter, aunt, uncle, cousin.
Yeah, whatever.
If I protect them, or I don't, if I protect them and I get punished, what power do you have? If I don't protect them or punish them, and I sit there and I watch, I'm trying to mind my own business, and then you still
Watch your step.
ostracize me. Tell me as a man what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm listening. Tell me. What am I supposed to do?
You're punished for being a good
Help, sir.
Samaritan, and you're shamed for being a bad one.
There
But
you go,
again,
Chris.
you
What am I
can't.
supposed to
You
do?
can't.
Okay, let me add on to that. Let me add on to that, Chris. Let me add on to that. I lost my kids for 3 years, right? If I put my hands on anybody, even though I have misdemeanors, for
Watch
those
your
of you guys who
step.
don't know, Chris, you know this. I'm a combat veteran. I've been trained on every weapon system you can imagine because I'm infantry and I can't hold a pistol.
Watch your
And
step.
I only have misdemeanor charges. No felonies. No felonies. Even if I did have a felony, Chris, let me ask you this. I know you're not from America.
Watch
Even
your
if I have
step.
a felony, where in the Constitution does it say if you have a felony, you can't own a firearm?
Nowhere that I'm aware of.
None. I've got a misdemeanor.
And
I've been
if
Watch your step.
I've been
well, there
trained
you
with
go.
weapons that can fucking end hundreds of lives, and I can't own a
And
pistol.
here's the thing: the only reason you can't own a fucking
Watch your step.
firearm
Watch your feet.
is because of the family court's power.
Yeah.
So they're all working together. You aren't going to
Help,
take a
sir.
judge from the family courts and have him into the Supreme Court and come out on top. You're not. You're not going to get it. Okay? It wouldn't matter if they had him dead to rights guilty. Dead to fucking rights. You had black and white fucking evidence to prove that this judge was guilty of whatever. They are not going to drag him into the court and let him loose. They're not.
Even if
Okay.
you do, Chris, and you win, are you going to get
Yes.
compensated for your time lost, your job
No.
lost?
again, what are you gonna win? What are you
You ain't
gonna
gonna
win
win
again?
shit.
You ain't gonna
So,
win fucking shit. No, not a goddamn thing.
so here's another thing, Chris. What if that person shows up on your property and is trespassing, and you said, with evidence, I'm giving you a warning. Please leave my property. Leave my property. And you come at me with video evidence, and you swing at me, and I hurt you. I still got to go to court, even if I'm found innocent. I'm out all that money, time away from work, which I could have lost my work for. Where's my compensation?
You weren't gonna get any goddamn compensation. You're nuts. Like I said, these family courts, they're proven fucking criminals, man. They're criminals of the highest fucking order. They should be executed for fucking like crimes against humanity, and they don't face a goddamn thing until somebody snaps and fucking blows their goddamn brains out, which should happen on the fucking daily. That really
A
should
wild.
happen on the daily. I
This,
mean,
this,
Brandon
this
Trueblood
is
we
entered
used to
the
fucking
chat.
have
Yo,
Welcome
guys
what's
to the
that
up,
would
stream.
Brandon
fucking hunt down
Trueblood? Welcome
Brandon
to the
Trueblood
stream, sir.
abortion
said, Chris Mitchell
abortion
found
doctors
Saunders
and gun
guilty
them
of
down
eating
in
a bag
parking
of
lots.
dicks.
Yet we can't get the worst criminals on the fucking face of the planet to face the same fucking consequence. What's wrong with us? Like, what happened?
Well, let's add on to that, Chris. Okay, let's say I'm your son. I'm 12 years old. I'm Chris Mitchell's son. I'm 12. Dad, this woman or this guy keeps bothering me. I've given him warning after warning. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I've told the teachers. I've told the teachers. I popped off one day and I punched the shit out of this guy,
Brandon
this woman,
Trueblood
whatever. Why are
said,
you and your
Howdy
son
Chaos.
in as much trouble as this other person who provoked it? Why?
Again, because our criminal system is there to protect criminals. Why? Because most of the people making these laws are criminals. Okay?
Chris,
They
if
want
my
they
own
want
son,
this new pedophilia fucking thing to basically go through because they're all involved in fucking pedophilia, right? That's the fucking
Chris, you got kids. Chris, you got
yeah.
kids. If my kids fuck with you and your kids fucking fuck with my son's back and they were warned, I'm not the parent that's going to go and bitch. I'm the parent that's going to go sit there and listen and be like, look, you guys want to expel this, that, and the other. No, I found out that my son started it. Chris, you and your daughter, they will be in school tomorrow. You will not fucking touch them. My son was at fault. You fucking deal with my son. That's what I would do as a parent. My son fucked up. It wasn't Chris's daughter. It wasn't Chris's son. Chris's son
Most
gave him a
people can't
fucking
admit
warning.
that
My son fucked up.
yeah, but most people can't admit that their fucking precious babies could do any wrong.
Exactly. I get that. I'm a father. I know you want to trust your kids. You want to trust your sons, your
4,
daughters. I get it.
3,
I'm there. I'm a
2,
father. I get it.
1.
But this zero tolerance policy is bullshit because you're not teaching them the right things in life. Okay, if someone did fuck up, they deserve to fucking pay for it. If someone did fuck up, Chris's son, my son, fucks your kid up because they kept fucking up. I'm not saying it's right and I don't condone it, but he should not be punished because he warned you, warned me, warned him, and he didn't stop. So, Chris, and I'd have to do the same thing as a father to you, Chris. Be like, Chris,
Of course.
son, I'm compromised right now. It's my son, Chris. I'm not saying you're wrong. I need some time to think, whatever the fuck it is. But do not expel Chris's kid. Do not expel their kid because until I find otherwise, Chris's kid is doing exactly what I would coach my kid to do. So who am I to fucking criticize or fucking take to court Chris's kids because my Chris's kids told my kid to shut the fuck up and leave me alone, and he fucking reacted.
Heal to full.
You keep Chris's kid here in school. I'm gonna deal with my kid. If my kid goes further, and Chris, if you fucking slap or spank or punch my kid, yeah, I'm gonna be pissed. It's my fucking kid. I expect you guys to want to kick my ass too. But eventually you're like, look, what else am I gonna do? I'm backed into a fucking corner here. There was warnings
Find
given.
shield.
Okay, Chris, you smacked my son. I did, Chris. I'm like, all right, Chris, I ain't gonna retaliate. Son, did you learn your fucking lesson? Don't fuck with this kid again. Don't even look at him. It doesn't mean you gotta hate him. It doesn't mean you gotta hate Chris. Don't look at this fucking kid. Do your own fucking thing. I know it's all case by case basis, guys. I get this. But there should not be blanket punishments for people who had enough and finally fucking flip the fuck off. It doesn't mean you justify what they're doing, but I guarantee you can understand.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, we can't even justify it. You know what I mean? We can justify it. Let's face it, people fuck up all the fucking time now. They fuck
Target
around
you.
all the fucking time, and people do not find out enough. The whole fuck around and find out thing. We have a lot of fucking A, but we have very little of B. And let's face it, you know what? If my kid was fucking doing something like that, or fucking one of the neighbors' kids was
Phase
fucking
2.
around doing something, I expect full fucking punishment for them. Full fucking
Hope so.
punishment. And you can call me whatever the fuck you want, but look, if you allow things to fucking go on and escalate and you don't fucking deal with them, or you don't correct your fucking children, you end up with the thugs that we fucking have on the streets. Okay? That's what you get. This is where it comes from. This is
Hope
the
so.
root of it all. Right? We've now given not just children, but their moms full fucking range on everything. Absolutely fucking everything. Right? Let's face it. We can't even fucking deny that.
He was
They have
tested
full
beyond
fucking free
redemption,
range on
but
everything.
we will mourn
So,
his
Chris,
death.
you, Chaos,
Hopefully,
anybody
the
that
seed
you
of
guys
life
got a kid,
remains unharmed.
if my kid fucks up,
Take care,
and it's
champions.
proven beyond a shadow of a
The
doubt,
seed of life is volatile
you
in
slap my
mortal
kid, you
hands.
cuss my kid, I'm going to give you that one. I'm
But
like,
the
you
power
can't
of
do
this
this
seed
again because I'm a
100%
father and
will
I
be
can't stand
defended.
by. But on this
The rock
one,
will not
you fucking
succeed.
cuss my kid. You do
The
what you
other
think you got to
wrestle
do
in
to
a
my
hallowed
kid. It's going to
center.
hurt. I'm going to
The
want to
children
react
will
because you're a
rise.
father. It's the fucking normal thing. But I want my son to learn. I'll give you this one. You can cuss my kid. You can fucking smack my kid, depending on the severity of what he did to your kid, and it's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. After that one time, I can't stand idly by. Is that fair? Is that fair?
Well, yeah, but you still got to do something to correct your kid if he's going to continue on.
Yeah, but you get
That's
what I'm
not
saying? Like if you
that's
correct your
not on
kid, Chris,
everybody else, right? But that's not on everybody else. That's not like it's not my responsibility to continuously correct your kid,
no,
right?
no,
Now I
it's
can
not.
notify. I would most likely like notify you first. Most parents do, right? They're like, "Hey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but your kid's fucking up to some fucking shenanigans."
Well,
Right?
Chris, you and I might be able to do that. How many people can you actually do that with who doesn't turn into an absolute shit show of naming and blaming and drama and all
Oh,
that?
again, it goes back to the whole "my precious angel can't do no wrong,"
Mhm.
right? That's a mentality that most parents have, and it's just not fucking true.
No.
It isn't. All of our kids are capable of wrong. All of them.
Want them to
Okay?
be wrong.
From
Chris,
a
I want
certain
my kids to
point,
fuck up.
your
I hope
kids are
I hope
fucking
my kids
hellspawn, and you should keep them locked in a basement and chained the fuck up
They must be
until they're old
Possibly.
enough to learn how to interact
Possibly.
amongst society.
Yeah,
Now,
possibly.
the only way that's going to happen is when we can actually smack your kids up too when they're getting out of pocket.
Yeah, but they took discipline away from
Yeah,
kids.
they did.
It's illegal to fucking smack
If
them.
my
Whole nother,
parents weren't
that's a
around,
whole nother ball game, guys.
if
That's
my
a whole nother
parents
ball
weren't
game.
around and family friends were around, holy shit. If I fucked up and then family friends caught me, oof, I got my ass whooped.
There you go. That's the problem, guys, is that at one time, let's just say, Chris, hypothetically, you lived on my right, Chaos, you're to my north. You're my neighbors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Back in my day when I was growing up, and I'm not saying my day's perfect, I'm just saying this is actually what worked. Neighbors would correct your fucking kids and come tell you, like, hey, your son was doing this, man. I just wanted you to know. I'm going to let you handle with it. I corrected it. I stopped it. I want to bring it to you. Here's what happened. Chris, that's all I got. I'm going to walk away because I'm going to trust Chris and Chaos to do what they need to do to their son or their daughter. If you have me that you guys respect, I come to you and say, hey, look, I saw this. This actually happened. I'm not going to do shit. I'm not calling the cops. I'm going to let you get the opportunity to fucking do what you need to do as a father or mother. This is what's going on because I would expect you guys to do that to me.
Yeah.
I'm not calling the fucking cops. They're fucking kids, man. They're fucking kids. They're gonna fuck up. Do you want to know why it's okay for kids to fuck up? Because you want your kids to fuck up when the price tag is fucking small. I don't want to fuck up when they're 25 and they're all fucking strung out on drugs, can't hold a job, and have no place to live. I want you guys to correct my kids now because maybe, just maybe, me included with yours, it can prevent our kids from being even worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want a perfect example? It's my nephew, who's right now sitting behind bars for aiding in a murder.
Jesus
He
fuck.
didn't start off a murderer or or a drug addict or any of that. I remember the cute little boy that I used to have out at my place all the time, and whose mother and father didn't give two fucks about him. Right? He was just a sweet little boy.
Would you guys, even though it sucks, would you guys rather have your son or daughter corrected or smacked by somebody else or behind bars for a year? Which one do you want?
Yeah, I'll take the spanking. Thank you.
Yeah, because that's going to go away in a day, maybe two, depending on how hard the spanking is. Maybe it's a whole fucking week. That's a lot better than be behind bars for a fucking year.
Well, I mean, he's serving six, right? 6 years. At the tender age of fucking 22, he went to jail for 6 years for aiding in a murder. And guess who turned on him to fucking put him behind the bars for sure? I'll
His
give
own
you a hint,
ex
right?
or his current girlfriend or his
Yeah,
own.
there you go. There you go. His own fucking girlfriend was the one
There
that
you
was
go.
like, yep, he did this, he did that, here's the other person. And she bailed because she wasn't required to fucking face the court system because here you don't get to face your accuser unless it's, a required thing. But anyone can put in evidence against you or fucking like testimony against you and never show up again. Totally fine. I can go in and make up a complete fucking lie, right? But as long as it aids towards the case, I don't ever have to come back. That's how our justice system works. Or, what you would refer to it as a justice system, even though it's far from just. Far from.
There ain't no fucking just. You guys know this if you went through the system. The process is the fucking punishment, man. That's the
Yeah, yeah,
punishment.
yeah. But again, like it's as ass backwards as it fucking gets, and our children are the pawns in the game, and they're the fucking ones that pay the price in the end, right?
Oh, but chaos. Chris, you need to teach your sons and daughters to do the right thing. Okay, the law is not the problem, guys. The law is not the problem. It's who enforcing it and who knows who. The laws are fine. It's who's enforcing it and who knows who. That's the problem.
Well, it's the corruption of the fucking laws. Hey, lots
Yeah.
of laws that
But
are
you
on the
gotta
book
have
are there for a reason, right?
well,
They
you
make
gotta
they
have
make good
order.
sense. They make good sense, right?
You,
But the
you have to
problem
have
is,
order because Chris, you and Calf, when I'm talking with you guys, we know outside of communities like this, by and far and large. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is just what I've seen. The reason why laws exist is because people are so fucking stupid they cannot govern themselves. They fucking can't. They can't. They cannot govern themselves and hold themselves to account and do the right things or whatever that is. And Chris, I agree with your one channel and your one speech that you said, doing the right thing. this is all fucked up. I agree with you because you get punished for doing the right fucking thing. I agree with you, Chris. I do. But what's the point of all this shit that we think about when doing the right thing, being a good Samaritan, trying to be a good person can land you in a court of law because you tried to save somebody's fucking life or their car? Well, then how do you teach your sons or daughters to do the right thing if the right thing always gets punished?
Again, it's not real. It's just like you're voting. That's an illusion, right? It makes you feel free. It makes you think you have a say. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Nothing that is going to be done is going to be done in your best interest. It's going to be done in their best interest. Who are they? They are the fucking families and the governments that everybody knows is fucking trying to run things straight into the fucking hole and keep us as slaves. We are we are slaves in all but
We
name
have
alone.
embraced the
That's
flame.
it.
Let the flame
So here's another thing that I
embrace you.
think about, Chris. This really bugs me. Sometimes it does keep me up at night, but I'm going to tell you guys because I trust you guys. Here's one thing that bothers me sometimes. What is Hold on, I got a mob of fucking people after me on Diablo 4. My memory's shit anyway. You guys know this. Let me do this, and I'll get back to you. I had a really good
Yes,
fucking point I wanted to make.
I am trying to find a place to fucking see. Chaos, do you remember what I said that fucking mount was gonna cost?
Not a clue. Oh, like 10, 20 G's. For the with the elephant and the glamour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 10 or 20.
Here's one of them. This might not be it. Here's one of them. No, a lot of people out there, and you guys have seen this. I've seen it my whole fucking life. So I fucking know you have. Where's the parents? It's the parents. Where's the parents? All right, let me break this down to you fucking ignorant fucks. Chaos can teach his sons, his daughters, if you ever have them, Chaos. Chris, same. Me, same. Me currently. What's the point of me trying to teach my kids for doing the right thing if at any time anybody can come with words with no proof, just words,
Hmm.
and put my kid through the fucking ringer?
Yeah.
What's the point of me trying to teach my sons these quote unquote right things? It's all about doing the right thing. The right thing is not the wrong thing, Chris. It's not. It's what is used against you in a court of law. When I went and I served in country in war for a year, and I saw that used against me along with my VA compensation and pension, used
Hmm.
against me in law both. How do you have faith? How do you tell your sons or daughters, hey, do the right thing, when the right
Yeah.
thing can be used against you in a fucking court of law? And I'm not saying this is all of you guys. Some of you guys might come out ahead. Hey, you had a great judge. God bless you. I didn't. Okay? Everything that I did to serve this country was used against me in a court of law. How do you explain that, even if it's not just you going through it? How do you justify, well, Dad, you're saying this, but this is what this country did to you? Okay, well, yeah, son, daughter, yeah, you're right. I don't have an answer. Well, how the fuck do you answer that? Do you teach your kids to do the fucking wrong thing? Well, no, of course you don't. But even if you teach your kids the right thing, let's just say you've done everything you could, everything you've been taught and more, you've tried to propitiate, if you will, if that's the right word, to your sons or daughters. The second they walk out your front fucking door, screen door, whatever it is you have, you don't
Yeah.
have control no more. The control you had over, the teachings you had over is fucking gone. You just hope it
Yeah.
goes with.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Brandon? How you doing, sir?
Oh, it's a fine evening.
Hey, Mr. Trueblood, how you
Oh,
doing, sir?
shit. I didn't realize it's
I'm
almost
doing
4.
good, Mr. Saunders. How are you?
I'm
And you
doing
too,
great,
Mr.
man.
Chris
I'm
Mitchell.
just
Going
kind of
on?
ranting tonight about shit.
Yeah.
I don't have control over a lot of things, guys. And I want you guys as men to look at yourself in the mirror, and I want you guys to realize one thing. Here's what is justified. You know what's justified in your mind. You fucking know what it is. What do you have control over? My son called me tonight. I talked to him for an hour. He's got like 6 different things he's trying to deal with. I'm like, son, it's going to be fucking overwhelming. You're going to be an adult a lot longer than you are a child. I want you to enjoy being a child, and I appreciate it. But I want you to know that your decisions that you make, the decisions you guys don't make, all of it, if you guys didn't know this, not making a decision is still making the decision because you're deciding not to do anything. There is fucking consequences for every decision or non-decision you might make. Can you live with it? Can you get past it? That's the thing. Mr. Trueblood, if you don't mind me saying Trueblood, I know what it's like to go for years without my kids. I don't know what it's like to go for 10 years without seeing my kids. Okay, that doesn't make my situation any less worse than Mr. Trueblood, but there is always somebody out there that's got some issue that is probably, you're like, fuck, man, that's insane. That doesn't mean that your shit doesn't matter, guys. Your shit matters. Kind of like a kid. A kid who's 4 loses his best toy. You as an adult, you're looking at it like, why the fuck is he so upset? It's a fucking toy. To him, it's his first experience. That might be the best, most important thing into his fucking world at that time. You have to look back. Brandon knows how to truck drive. Chaos, you can stream and game and pay attention to shit better than I ever could. Whatever it is you guys do, there's some of you guys that do shit a lot better than me. I have to take myself back. Let's just say I was a mechanic for 20 years. If I'm teaching somebody mechanical shit, it's his first year, I have to take myself back, not get frustrated because I've been doing this for 20 years. I can look at that. I know what the fuck's going on. I know what's wrong. I know how to fix it. I'm not like that. Brain is not like that. Some of you guys, in some regard, in some discipline, in some job, are like that. We don't know. It's called being ignorant. Ignorant is okay. You didn't know. You got to take this. You got to take all this shit into effect when it comes to your kids, yourself, because you got to think about yourself too. Yes, you'd give your life. You'd give your life, your freedom, your all that shit. I'm proof of it. Some of you guys are proof of it. You would give everything to protect this fucking life that you just saw. You brought this into this world. It's your child, whatever it is. Sometimes you have to let go on some things, and it's so much fucking harder to try to put into practice. I still work on it myself, guys. I probably always will. I can
Hey,
only promise
Saunders.
one. Yeah.
I just sent you a text.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check my phone here. The thing is, guys, is that we're all gonna fuck up. Me as a 44-year-old, you guys think I'm done fucking up? I'm not done fucking up. So who am I to get pissed off at this kid who's half my age?
Do you see that picture, Saunders?
I do.
That's how close I got to see my daughter.
After how many years?
A decade.
A decade. A fucking
That's how
decade.
close. That's how close. She asked me to come to her graduation, and then fucking I got one word from her on a text message. That's how close I got to fucking see my daughter.
You got fathers like Brandon sitting in the bleachers, and I won't go into it more than that, want to go to his daughter's graduation, and he has not talked with or had relationships with her for 10 years. Do you guys know what 10 years is? 10 years 10 years is 15-20% of the average person's life. And Brandon's trying to get in touch. Brandon's paying child support. Brandon's working to pay that child support for a kid he has no contact with. So in case you guys know what it's like, in case you think you're missing something, when you're home alone on a night, you're in your apartment, you're alone, you're in your parents' basement because you can't afford to live, all these things, I want you guys to realize that you are in a better spot now than you were suffering to get one fucking sentence, one invitation for someone like Trueblood who's paid child support for 10 years and for the first time in 10 years got to even see his daughter, let alone talk to her.
I didn't get to talk to her.
Didn't even get to talk to her, guys.
Didn't even get to talk to her.
Didn't even get to talk to her, guys. Now, do you guys understand
Well,
what
again, Brandon, but to explain what it's like, right? What was your crime?
My crime was
what was your crime?
Her mother told me the reason she wanted to get divorced was because I wasn't scruffy enough anymore.
Okay, so your
when we first got together, I was working as a fucking electrician. I was a construction guy, and that's really fucking, rough and ready. Then I got married, had kids, fucking started making good money, started looking professional, started acting professional, and I got left because I wasn't I wasn't the fucking bad boy anymore.
But what was your crime?
Then
nothing. Then, right?
No.
So no crime was committed. You were criminal.
She gets fucking custody, and does the whole parental alienation thing.
Parental alienation.
Yeah. And
by the courts, right?
That that's what I showed Saunders, and I got the fucking one fucking word reply from my daughter after she had me fucking come cross country, spend money on a hotel, fucking all kinds of different shit to see her graduate. That's how I decided that I was going to write her out of my will. That is the only thing I could do to save any fucking pride.
And again, you were separated from this girl with no crime.
With no crime.
No crime required for a punishment, though, right?
I want you guys to feel what an average man feels in pain. And this isn't talking bad about you guys who are not fathers at all. Please don't take it that way. I want you to take the pain as a man and society and media and the courts and all that. And I want you to multiply it being a father, because it's even worse, because now they have even more ways to fuck with you than you thought possible.
Yeah, and one of your most important ways, which is your children.
Well, Brandon's ex-wife knows.
Right, but again, most men are in the same position as Brandon. No crime was committed to justify separating him from his children, but it was done anyway, and it'll be backed up by the fucking law. So, if and I posted a thing the other day on a Facebook page where fucking Eminem was talking about his father, and it's like, oh, it wouldn't matter if my children were separated from me, I would find them. My dad didn't try to find me. I was like, it's very easy to look at it from that way when you're not in that position. But look at it from the way that most of us have to face the fucking family court system, that if we went looking for our children, we would be arrested at best and locked away and killed at worst.
Okay, for those of you guys,
in July.
For those guys out there, those are the guys out there who have the financial stability to be able to make all this shit work. I'm one of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon. You're one of them. A lot of us are one of them. We struggle, but we make it.
In July.
I want you guys to add that financial burden onto everything else that keeps you up at night, or that you think about, or that you can't be because you're not allowed to according to the court of law. and I want you to add. I want you to add, as if being a man, just by itself, not a father, not going through the course, just a man. I want you to add everything that Brandon, Chris, and I are talking about. That's what you got to deal with. And you wonder why men go postal.
Yeah.
In July, when I make my final fucking payment, I will have paid $186,000 in child support for one word at graduation.
Yeah.
There you go.
For a crime where there was no
how do you justify that? I can't look at Brandon and there's no words of encouragement. There's no words of anything other than me sitting here talking because sometimes I don't shut the fuck up, but listening. Because how do you respond to that?
$186,000 fucking dollars.
There you go.
to a daughter
for one fucking word.
There you go.
And again, Brandon, you've paid into this system, you've played their game, and how have you benefited with your daughter in this whole fucking thing? How has playing by their rules benefited you at all compared to just fucking, going postal? Or fucking not playing the game at all and telling them to go fuck themselves, they're not getting a dime out of you? Has it benefited you any, other than the fact that you're not a wanted criminal in your own country?
My freedom's worth a hell of a lot more than that.
Brandon's got 3 months left. Brandon, please.
Lost your freedom?
Please, well, hold on. Please text me or call me, Brandon, because I want to be part of that stream on your last child support payment, because that has got to be one of the most liberating things that has to happen.
Well, Hemi has convinced me not to fucking broadcast getting shit-faced. So.
Okay, yeah. Don't do that. I'm not saying to do that. That's coming from.
I'm gonna get shit-faced. I am gonna get fucking completely fucking shit-faced, but I'm not gonna broadcast it.
Cool.
What it's cost us in time with our children, and the fact that we now are alienated from our children, right? It hasn't been worth it, no matter how you look at it. Look at guys who played the game, right? Kept up with whatever they had to keep up with the family courts, with their fucking spouse, jumping through fucking hoops, whatever the case may be. And there's lots of hoops they can make you jump through, Jared. You know that yourself, right? But yet, none of us are any better off than the other one. Other than the fact is, I can't go back into the U.S., right? And again, let's be honest, I'm not from the U.S. I don't really want to go to the U.S. Not that I don't want to come see you guys. It's just, that's not my home. My home is here in Canada, right? This is where I was born. This is where I want to die. This is my home. But again, they can take away my freedom here too, or they can try. I will fucking lay out as many as I can. Bring extra bags. That's all I got to say is bring extra bags. Right?
If what we're not talking about, if what we're talking about isn't convincing enough, and it should more than well be, guys, and I understand, I got a good question asked me today. If pre-divorce you talked to you now, what would you have done or said different? I really had to think about this, guys, because here's my response. My pre-divorce self would have listened to what you guys are telling me. I would have took it all in, and I would have believed you because I would have felt it. I still would have probably had to go through the fucking shit show because I just don't have
Old movie fan 1973
could do something like that
said,
to me.
Hey Brandon, who's streaming today?
When Brandon's done, when I'm done, when everything's done, here's another thing you guys got to think about for those of you guys that want to become a father. And I love being a fucking dad. I love it. I'm sure Brandon does too. Chris, I'm sure you do too. We got our fucking points when you're frustrated. You got your points when it's like, God, I can't do this fucking shit no more. You little son of a bitch. You're lucky I brought you into this life, or I fucking hurt you. Okay? There's a big fucking thing that a lot of people don't get at. Number one, it's called the seed of life. It's in the Bible. Men bring life to you. You are the birthers of life. But life is not possible without the seed of life. That's why it's called the seed of fucking life. Men bring fucking life to you. A man, one, Brandon, Chris, me, could impregnate an entire fucking island of women. They can only be pregnant once at a time. We bring life to you. If your child is a blessing, how many of these fucking channels do you see where I love my child is my world, he's my blessing? Why are you treating the fucking person who brought you that blessing, i.e., me, Brandon, or Chris, like a piece of shit? Because without me, you would not have that blessing. I'm talking to logical people here. You guys are logical. I know they're never going to get it, but these are the things that get to me. I've got my breaking points too, guys. Sometimes I lose my shit. It's not just about me drinking. Fuck all that. Sometimes I lose my shit because I sit there and I dwell on shit. Please don't get lost in your own head, guys. I sit there and I'm like, I gave more time, more money, more energy, more everything to my adopted kids than I ever got to my biological, and I'm punished for it. How the fuck does that make any fucking sense? If my son, the last two Thursdays, my 10-year-old that will be 11, who's recently come into my life, I've talked to a couple of you guys about, Dad, can I come over? Of course you can. Of course you can. It's not my weekend, Dad, but can I come over? Oh, absolutely. I'll come get you. But you have to pass it by your mother. I've been told no every time, and in almost every one of those times, my ex-wife was 3 hours away working as a travel nurse. Why can't my son come see me? Now, this is rhetorical, guys. I know why. You don't have to answer it. Here's my other fucking thing that you have to worry about. Okay, let's just say, hypothetically, my son's friend's name is Devin. Mom, can I go stay at Devin's house? Sure. Can I go to Dad's? No. So you're telling me that not only can Devin and Devin's dad see more of my own son than I can. What the fuck are we talking about here? These are other things you got to worry about. It's not just the financial. Financial's huge. Money doesn't make you happy. Well, you sure as fucking hell ain't happy without it either, motherfucker.
Yeah. Seems how you're willing to destroy our fucking lives for it.
Oh, money doesn't make people happy. I wish I could tell people to have $1 million and see if it makes them happy. It might not make me happy, but I guarantee I speak for myself and millions of men that it would solve probably 50% of my problems if I didn't have to worry about finances. So fuck you.
Exactly. And again, they do all this shit to us for money. Okay.
I'm not even Title 4D. Brandon
Yeah.
knows this. Here in the States, you have what's called Title 4D. Brandon, I'm not even Title 4D, so if I don't pay, I don't have to go to jail. Don't ask me how I got there, but I'm non-Title 4D. So because I'm non-Title 4D, I could fall $50,000 behind in child support, and you can't jail me. How I got there, I don't know. I didn't fight for it. I didn't even know about it. I never been through divorce before. This was all new to me. I never been in that much trouble outside of disturbing the peace and community service. This was all new to me. Now I had probation and jail, and I had to piss in a cup, and I had to call a number, and I had to work full time, and I had to pay for my court fees and my lawyer fees. I couldn't see my kids. I couldn't go to the schools, the plays. I couldn't even write them a fucking letter. If I did, that was considered me violating the fucking terms of service to where I got fucking delivered fucking letters from a sheriff where I can't have contact with my kids for this amount of time. Once I got through that, I had contact with my kids, and there was a woman with a clipboard fucking following me for fucking 4 hours every time I did that for another 400 fucking days. I couldn't even clean up my 4 or 5 year old son who couldn't properly wipe his ass wipe unless there was a person there holding that door open. You guys know how humbling that shit is? I don't want you guys to go through that shit. It's fucking terrible. I hate saying this shit, guys. Brandon, you got kids. Rick, you got kids. I got kids. I don't want my sons to have to go through what I went through or what Brandon went through. Fuck, man.
Well, and here's another thing on that, Saunders. Most of those people that have those positions where they do that, they don't believe that you as a father should have any access to your children either, and they work in that fucking system. Social workers have admitted that, openly, blatantly admitted that. I will do whatever it takes to keep a father from having contacts or time with his kids because I don't believe he deserves to have that as a father. Not because he's
Chris?
done anything, because I don't dislike him for any reason, just because he's a guy, that's a kid, that's the story.
Okay.
There you go.
Our ex-wives. Chris, you know your woman can't take you. Brandon, you know your woman can't take you. I know my woman can't take me. We would fucking fuck them up physically, easily, end of story. So since I know I can't do that, how can I fuck with Brandon, Chris, and Jared otherwise? I know.
Yeah.
I'll use their fucking kids as pawns on a chessboard. That's what I'll
Yeah.
do.
I'm gonna start hitting Lisa with this pinata stick.
As I'm wrapping your kids' presents,
Yes.
you.
No. I was joking. I mean, like, joking. It's nothing personal against you. Like Lisa is one of those examples, right, of what they should be like. I mean, she's got a, well, how old is Destiny now? 22? 28. Oh, fuck. So her and Kevin had a terrible relationship. They divorced. Not one day did she ever keep Kevin away from Destiny. It was like a non-option thing, and there was no love lost there to this day. Well, she might be still in love with him. I don't know.
Hey, we got a good thing though. Brandon's got 3 months of child support left, guys. Brandon Trueblood
Two.
has 3 months left, and he's done,
Two.
guys. Done.
Two.
Done. Two.
But I mean, here's the thing. When me and Lisa first got together, right? Let's face it, I was not in a good position to be fucking like any kind of partner material in any way. And I mean, we got a son together. That was treated almost like a fucking contract. You know what I mean? Because my ex-wife and what she put me through with my other three kids made me that way, right? And I can't turn that off. Like I honestly, I don't trust her because I can't, right? I just can't. And it has nothing to do with her. It has to do with the power that she can take hold of, what she can do, right? The whole system basically can set her up to do whatever she wants, and she will be backed up with a fucking army like that, right? So again, how do you move on and trust somebody else with that kind of fucking power over you when you've already been through it? There's no going back to the same way you were, right? And if you go fucking postal, that was the consequences of fucking doing what you've done to them, right? Like like I said, Shannon is down in that area and he's going through it now with my ex-wife's cousin, right? And yeah, well, that's what he said. It seems like a family thing, but you know, he can't. How is he going to reason with somebody who has that power, like my ex-wife, but is also on meth and still has that power? That's what I told him. The only way you're going to fucking win this one is if she gets hit by a bus twice, or you put
right.
2 and 3.
One thing I want to say, and I'm sorry again for talking over you, Brandon. I want you to continue coming on. I forgot what I was going to fucking say. I'm sorry. Hey, Brandon, go ahead, because I love listening to your guys' story. Because Brandon, you and Chris, myself included, maybe you got somebody who's fucking lost. Maybe you got a 20-year-old. I've had 20-year-olds talk to me like you guys probably have too. I'm still trying to figure this shit the fuck out, and I'm in my mid-40s. Okay, Brandon's 56. Brandon's still trying to figure this shit the fuck out too in some aspects in his life. So, like, okay, if I'm still trying to figure it out 56, I'm 20, what the fuck future has for me? I can't answer that question for you. I can't. All I can do is try to educate you to better make better decisions.
We will protect the wild.
I got all their gifts separated.
Elun's light watch over you.
I didn't hear that. Can you say that again?
Always
Lisa
Mitchell's whole
Farewell.
Lisa was trying to tell me something about the boxes here that she's wrapping up.
Brandon, is there anything else you wanted to add? And I'm so happy, Brandon. You got 2 months left of child support, and you're done. Brandon, one day I'll be there. How does that make you feel, sir?
Oh, it feels like, you know, a whole new chapter is going to open up.
You worms will all burn.
A whole new chapter, you know, and I will never, ever, ever fucking recommend this fucking life to anybody. You know, I got one out of my kids that's still, you know, worth the shit. But unfortunately, the one that does talk to me lives on the other side of the fucking world. But at least she'll talk.
No, and you know what? We don't ask for much.
No.
You know?
Well,
like
Brandon,
just being able to
Chris,
talk to my boys would be great.
But
But
what I'm gonna do though is this Christmas I'm gonna go fucking see her and her husband, and hopefully they'll have some good news.
oh, are we talking like grannies? Are you gonna
No,
be?
they've been. Hopefully, yeah, they've been trying. But
here's what I love about Brandon's story. Here's what I love about Brandon's story. It gives me something that I know I can get to. If Brandon can get to it, I can too. Because there's people 10 years younger than me doing this shit. I'm 10 years Brandon's senior. People are looking up to me and I don't even realize it. People are looking up to Brandon, don't even realize it. If Brandon can do it, it fucking will be what, 56 at the time? 57, 58?
I'm 58. I mean 57 now.
57. He's going to be fucking what? You're going to be 58, 59 when it's finally done? You'll be
No,
58 or close to
I'm gonna
58.
be. I just had a birthday in April. I'm 57.
Okay. I want you guys to know it's gonna fucking suck. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna go through things that you wish you would never have to fucking go through. But you can get there. Like Brandon at one time, if it wasn't for a buddy of mine, I saw a pinhole. It was less than the size of my pinky. You might as well fucking click the number 2 pencil with fucking lead in it or a fucking pen. That's the fucking hope I had. But I know I had to start somewhere. You're never going to get there no matter how small that pinhole is unless you fucking attempt to try. I did that. I had to wait years. It was hell, but I'm coming ahead now. I'm still losing, but I'm also coming ahead. I'm coming ahead farther than I ever thought I could. Okay? I'm over 10 years Brandon's junior. If Brandon can do it, and it's not easy, guys, I know the shit is fucking, it's hard. It's fucking hard. It's hard being a guy, let alone having a guy having to deal with an ex, having to deal with divorce, having to deal with courts, having to deal with kids. That adds on to the fucking adversity that an average man today already has to fucking deal with. But Brandon, I want to let you know too, it inspires me because I know I'll get there. Brandon's got 2 months. He's fucking earned it and then some. It should have been done a long time ago. Okay, I'm 44. I'll be 45 in a month. Okay, I've got 8 years. I know I can get there. If Brandon can do it, I can do it. Not because Brandon is someone who, well, fuck, it's fucking Brandon Trueblood. Look at Brandon Trueblood. He fucking wears overalls and shit. I do too. I showed up on a lunch in overalls with him. If I can do it, Brandon can do it too. It gives me hope that, hey, there is a light. That light is very small, but it's there. How do I get towards to getting to it? It's like that illness, agoraphobia, where people can't, they're so afraid of leaving their house. Like they can't leave their fucking house. You guys have heard of it?
Yep.
You don't have to leave your house and walk a mile. Take 1 step, then walk inside. Tomorrow, can you take 2 steps and walk inside? You're not, have goals, guys, but you got to realize you don't go from this rock bottom or a low point in your life automatically within a week to where, hey, I'm good. Shit doesn't work like that. All right. You have to take that step. All right. Eventually you're going to get to that mile. if you can take one step every day. That one step day to day doesn't add up to shit. But over time, I guarantee it will be worth it. Well, I can't guarantee. I'm sorry, guys. I can't guarantee. I give you my word that there's a higher chance that things will get better if you take that first step. Does that make sense?
Hey guys, I'm gonna go to sleep. Have a good one. Thank you for the nice talk. I'll catch you guys later.
Brandon, thank you so much. And again, thank you for trucking on holidays and weekends and trucking the shit that we want and need so that people like me don't have to. I appreciate you. You have a good night, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Good night, sir.
Chaos, Chris, I'm sorry, man. If I talk over you guys, seriously, my bad. It really is. I'm just trying to get shit out there that helps other guys try to get through this shit.
Well, like I said, Tuesday. No, no, not Tuesday. I'm hoping Saturday actually. I'll be able to get Ohio Dan on, and we can have that conversation, go in a little depth because again, we are literally fighting our nature, right? Like you were saying about controlling your biology and stuff like that. That it's not in our nature to be separate from the opposite sex, right? But we have no fucking choice. It's too fucking dangerous out here today because of these laws and the way they are for us to have anything else with each other, right? One side loses fucking everything, everything. You know, that you can't fucking win a game that's stacked against you and have the opponent who it's stacked against expect them to show up again. You know what I mean? We can't, we just can't do that. But as long as we keep feeding the system will survive. And I'm not doing what you and Brandon are doing. Right? The day my ex-wife cut off contact with me was the day I stopped being a willing paying participant. I don't I don't care. I don't fucking I can't justify paying the same system that's destroying my children. I cannot justify it. You know what I mean? I want the system to die. And the only way it dies is if the system fucking starves to death. There's no money to be made off children, then guess what? They will stop trying to fucking use their children to make money.
Chris, right? Can I capitalize on that, Chris? Because this is very true too. And you're going to get a lot of flack for this from a lot of people. But I back any man that fucking decides this. And this also vindicates me adopting children that weren't mine and raising them. And I've said this 100 times. You guys already know this. Blood does not make you family. Loyalty does. Now, what does that mean, Jared? You guys already know what that means. I don't have to explain it to a lot of you. Because I've been betrayed by family. Family's not blood, guys. It's blood, but it's not. You can have somebody that you treat more as blood or family than someone in your own family because they never fucking once betrayed you.
Well, hey, we got lots of brothers in this fucking community.
Yeah.
Some of us are closer than others, right? And again,
Old movie fan 1973 said,
but at the same time,
"You're running late,
what
Chaos."
I wanted to say though, Chris, real quick, Chaos. I keep you guys What I wanted to say, Chris, is that as someone who has been and still is an adopted father, oh, you just love your kids because of your blood and you brought them in. No, no, no. I'm gonna fucking correct you right the fuck now. Chris, let's say you're my biological Kiss, you're my, Jesus fuck. Chris, you're my biological kid. Brandon, you're my adopted kid.
Old movie fan 1973
If you do the same
said,
shit that Brandon
"Hey,
did,
Saunders Easy says it's been a
you
while.
brought shame to the name and you denounced me and you did whatever, I'm going to treat you as my blood child the same way I fucking would with my adopted child. So don't give me that shit that, oh, it's just because it's your child. No, motherfucker, it applies to all my children. All of it.
But again, we're not like that, right? Most of us are not like that. Don't get me wrong. Being a stepdad fucking
Old
sucks,
movie fan
right?
1973
It really did,
said,
and I wouldn't
"He didn't
recommend it.
hear me."
Don't.
But is that the child's fault? No, that is not the child's fault, right? Uh, they didn't be
Eventually,
raised by a single mother, right? And again, they have no say in any of it, none. So it's hard to hold them accountable for the position that they're in.
it is,
Um,
and I agree with that, Chris. I do. I really do. But there comes a point.
Target you.
There comes a point, and this comes back to where's the parents? Why weren't they involved? Maybe that mother or that father tried to be involved, and every time they got involved, they got
Help, sir.
CPS and all the other fucking agencies
Old
after
movie
their
fan
ass. So
well, that's
can
1973
you
just
really
it.
blame? Can you
That is
blame
most
mom
of
and
it.
dad? I
Saunders
can't
text
blame
easy
Chris.
he is in
Chris was
trouble.
trying to be a dad. You punished
Yeah,
him for being a dad. You
yeah,
stepped in and said, "Hey, Chris, you can't be a dad this way." Well, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck
that's
am I,
generally
Jared
how it goes.
Saunders, to tell Chris how to raise your kids? I didn't wipe your kid's ass. I didn't teach him how to eat. I didn't teach him how to ride a bike. I didn't teach him how to throw a football. I didn't teach him any of this shit. How do I have as much say so as you do when I'm not the father, Chris?
AOE incoming.
That's where this
Well,
shit's all fucked up.
yeah, it
Help,
is.
sir.
And again, uh, it isn't necessarily somebody else's place to do that.
Help,
But
sir.
we have seen again this because it works for one side of the argument, right? Because this works so well for the female side of this, right?
It pains
They're
me
all
to see
for it.
them fall, but we
You know what I
must
mean?
obtain the seed of life if we are to succeed.
They will support the absolute fucking shit out of that because it works for them.
Here's another thing, Chris. There's two more things I wanted to say. Number one, if you guys want to know what you can potentially potentially go through on a divorce, if you guys are a fan of my channel, Chris, you already know this. Brandon already knows this. I go over my divorce decree in a 5-part series called Navigating Divorce. If you guys think that you want to try it, I want you to at least look at that. Now, will those things happen to you? I can't guarantee that. But what I can guarantee you is that they can, because I can prove it to you with receipts. So I want you to look at that. Don't base your decision off of it, but I want you to take that in to make the best educated guess. That's the best way I can fucking say that.
The guardian of
Yeah,
the seed will never
It's on my
yeah.
channel, Chris. You've seen it. Chris, you've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Navigating Divorce, Part 1. I go through my divorce decree. If you guys are like, oh, he's full of shit, like, no, this is a legal document. This is what I had to go through. Well, that doesn't mean that my son will go through it or my daughter will go through it. No. Doesn't mean it can. Yes, it can, because I'm proving it to you right now. I'm reading it to you.
Yeah, no, and again, like you said, you're not even Title 4D, right? That's the worst one because that's the one where they fucking basically built an industry off separating dads from kids. That is the one, right? The regular court,
For you guys that don't know, I'm sorry to interrupt again, Chris. I'm so sorry. For those of you guys that don't know, and I'll let you continue, Chris. Title 4D and non-Title 4D is a big fucking thing, because if you're Title 4D and you don't pay your child support, not only can you go to jail, they will take your driver's license, your fisher's license. They will take everything from you if you're Title 4D here in the States.
yes. And the thing that most people don't know is you sign up for it. It's by voluntarily, you volunteer to have them come in and fucking ruin your life. It's by volunteer basis, okay? But they don't ever tell you that's in the paperwork because and again,
Watch your
the
step.
lawyers will not explain
Stay
it to
away
you
from
even
lines.
if you're paying them. They won't tell you that this is voluntary. When you get into Title 4D, it's all voluntary. When you sign those papers, you are signing one of the documents that essentially says that
Watch your
you
step.
are enslaving yourself to them, that you are now their property.
Stay away from lines.
Never fucking mentioned once. Not once. I have never heard a lawyer admit to it until he was retired.
Watch your step.
When he was retired, then he admitted to it. He's like, "Yep, that's exactly what this is. This is a voluntary contract that you're signing with the fucking state, saying you're gonna basically enslave yourself to them and your children on."
For you guys that don't know, at least here in the States, I don't know if it's different there, Chris.
Shockwave.
No, here they didn't make it voluntary because they just did it.
Every judge in the country of the United States, every judge was a lawyer first. You have to be a lawyer to qualify to be a judge. So you know what's going on. You also know if you're Title 4D, guys, this isn't conspiracy theory, guys. If you're Title 4D, the state gets a kickback out of every dollar that you spend in child support. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep. And actually, they get $1.75 in some states, $2.50.
So
it's not dollar for donuts.
Multi-billion with a B.
$billion dollars.
Watch your
and
step.
last year they peaked out
Stay
at
away from lines.
53.75.
There you go, guys. Do you think they're gonna just let go of fucking billions of dollars that actually also pays into said judge's pension? Do you think they're gonna change? Do you think they're gonna change that?
Watch
There's
your
no
step.
fucking way. Money talks and bullshit walks. You guys have heard this, all right?
Stay away from lines.
These people are given an amount of money that maybe Chris can confuse. Maybe Chris can refuse. Maybe I can refuse because it's not right. But how many men out there are going to refuse Chris? If you make this judgment, I guarantee you on your account tomorrow, you will have 1.8 million fucking dollars. How many guys out there are going to be like, no, I'm okay, I'm good?
Be wary, heroes.
Again, you got to have a moral fiber, and most of these people are not moral.
Well,
Like the
here's the issue too, Chris. Because
That's why
I'm trying to look at all of it. I'm like, okay, Chris, I can't afford food. I can, but let's say I can't because there's millions of Americans and Canadians who can't. Like my grocery bill went from $150 a week to fucking $285. I can't afford this shit no more. I am one emergency away from being homeless. If I look at you, Chris, and you're at your last fucking ditch edge, this isn't me putting you on the spot. This is just an example. Chris, you have nothing. You ain't got no money. You got less than 1,000 in savings. You're one fucking paycheck away from hitting or missing or an emergency to where you're fucking homeless. If you pass this bill, Chris, I will give you $1 million fucking dollars right now. How many men can turn that down?
Yeah, but again, they're not going to like desperate people. This is a industry that is set up, right, to not only be very profitable, but let's just face it, the game is rigged. Like the game is basically set so that if you are fucking willing to go in and fucking play ball and not let the secrets out and make as many fucking corrupt calls as we can to get the numbers up, you are gonna profit, right? You are gonna fucking profit. Let's face it.
How many people, Chris? How many people, Chris, are going to be able to turn that down?
Yeah, well, I mean that's the system, right? This is the system we've allowed to run.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
We've allowed this to run on, and it's so fucking evil and so fucking corrupt that with the amount of fucking money you're talking about that's involved in it, nobody in their right mind is gonna fucking give it up because it's immoral. Right? They're not gonna fucking do it. You aren't gonna, like, you might have the occasional lawyer, maybe the occasional judge that will slip out the truth, but it's gonna be well down the line for them. Like it's gonna be when they're done using that same system that is corrupt as fuck, right? It'll be at the end. Not they're gonna spend their fucking, 10, 15, 20 years doing what they do to play that same system, right? And again, it's meant to be bad for you. It is meant to punish you for no crime. But when you suffer, they profit, right? You know the old saying, if there's blood in the streets, buy, buy, buy? It's the same with this. This is no different. And all of our government branches are almost identical when it comes to if it's the worst thing we can do or the worst thing we can think of, we will profit the most. Right? And that is exactly the same system. If you want to play the game, you play the game. I choose not to play. Right?
Here's the thing too, Chris. I think about this. Let me try to collect my thoughts because I'm forgetting shit while I'm thinking about it, like usual.
We've taken over Chaos's street. We've just
sorry about that, Chaos.
Not really.
Save this for one of the more depressing streams. Damn it.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Old movie fan 1973 said, "Howdy, Chaos easy. How the heck are you guys?"
Chaos is playing games. Chaos is chats learning. Chaos I'd be like, hey, I want to see games tonight, but hey, I actually fucking learned something tonight. Now, learning it and applying it are two different things, obviously, but a lot of shit that you guys and I am talking about right now, we didn't have we didn't have internet, or at least high speed where I'm from 20 years ago. That didn't exist. Okay? So you got to depend on uncles and grandpas and dads and brothers and mothers or whatever to try to give you a perspective on life, right? But their perspective was limited because they're still in that bubble of that same state, that same town, that same culture, right? Okay, the world is bigger than Nebraska. I love Nebraska, but the world's a lot bigger than Nebraska. You need to know these things. You got to know.
Remind me, where's Nebraska again? Is that in Alaska?
Nebraska is a place that's fucked up, but it's a lot better than fucking Canada right now.
Oh, fuck. You didn't have to try
but we're
there.
well on our way.
You didn't have to try there.
My life for Kalimdor.
Well, we're well on our way. We're well on our way. We are fucked up too, Chris. Oh yeah, America's fucked up. The beacon of hope, the shining light in the darkness. America, yeah, we're a laughing stock right now. Okay, yeah, we are.
Oh fuck, yeah.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. We talk about this stuff all the time, and I'll always advocate for it. But here's the thing. In my age, it could just be my age, my experience, whatever. I think about all the shit that's fucked up, whether it's Canada, the UK, Australia, Europe, United States, all these things. We know shit's fucked up. There's nothing I've said here today that you guys that are on the panel or on the chat don't know something about. A lot of you guys know something about it. Even if it's not the same, you guys know that, hey, I've heard of that. Hey, I've heard of that. Even if we're in another country. The thing is I'm at the point in my life now where you guys know that my shit's not always political. It's just like Father Son's going live, let's talk some shit. And then shit just happens organically, right? Sometimes it's political, sometimes it's video games, sometimes it's relationships, sometimes it's parenting, sometimes it's gaming. I don't focus on one thing. Thing is okay, we know these things are fucked up. Chris, you know things are fucked up. Chaos, you know things are fucked up. I know things are fucked up. What's the solution? I can make channels day after day, and I'm not saying that you guys that do are wrong or the people that we follow are wrong. Where, hey, here's another fucked up thing here in New York. Here's another fucked up thing fucked up in Baltimore. Here's another thing fucked up in D.C. Chris might be like, here's another thing fucked up in Canada. We've got people that watch us from the UK and Australia. Here's another thing fucked up in the UK and Australia. Okay, I got it. What's being done about it? I don't want to focus on what's fucked up. I already know shit's fucked up. I've heard enough of what's fucked up. What's being done about it? And I want fucking examples. I want media access. I want newspaper access. I want articles. Here's what's being done. This person is arrested. This person is dead. This person has been detained. This person has been deported. How many times do we see that? And when you really look at it, it's a fraction of the things that are fucked up out there. So I get really frustrated and I want to step back. And I'm not saying this is going to be the new focus of my channel, but it does affect me. It does bother me. I think about it. What's being done about it? I don't want to know what's fucked up anymore. I know the world's fucked up. What's being done? Can you give me stats? Can you give me fucking examples of fucking accountability? Can you give me changes? Where's the changes, the accountability, and who's getting fucked up? I know shit's fucked up. What's being done about it? I don't need to watch a lot of these channels anymore. You guys are going to grow. You guys aren't going to be the same person you are right now 7 years from now. You're going to have a lot of similar moral beliefs, ethics, values, but eventually there's things that are going to be like, look, I've been covering this for 5 years. I'm not seeing shit. What's being fucking done about it? I want to report to you guys or put on a channel, even if I pass out on a gaming stream, a Rumble stream, a YouTube stream. Yeah, I've got fucking faults, guys. That's okay. What's being done about the shit we're talking about? That's what I want to focus
Again, Saunders, you could look at the fathers' rights movement group, right? You could say that they're at least trying to do something about it, but at the same time, they're trying to do something about it within the system that's corrupt as fuck. Look, nobody involved in this system doesn't know it's wrong. They know. We know. But nothing, there's no threat to them. Again, there's no consequence, right? If you do something wrong, let's say you go fucking, murder your neighbor, right? You
Don't tell me. I got good neighbors, man.
Right.
I got good neighbors.
Right, but we all know that's wrong. These people are the exception to the rule. Okay? Because they've signed up with this organization and they've essentially taken their vows to them, right? And to their cause, which is to help keep a boot on our neck, keep us divided from our children, keep us financially enslaved. They are above that. So now the neighbor on the other side goes and shoots your neighbor, and nothing is done. Not a thing. That's the exact same scenario we're fucking in. They they are honestly, wholeheartedly above the law. There is no law for them. They can do whatever they want because the only people gonna hold that system accountable, where everybody is playing the same fucking game, and it's them versus us, right? Nobody within that system is going to hold somebody within that system accountable for doing anything wrong. Because then they would be accountable for fucking doing something wrong. And let's face it.
Even if they do hold them accountable, Chris, all we have right now, the only thing that I can tell you that we have right now for a fact, at minimum, is controlled opposition. They don't do anything about nothing. They tell you that they're wrong. The other side, whatever that is, they're wrong. They're corrupt. We're going to sit here and talk about it, but we're not going to do anything about it. I'm sure you probably have that in Canada too. Controlled opposition. Yeah, they're all fucked up.
Yeah,
We're going to tell you they're fucked up, but we're not going to do shit about it.
Look at Justin Trudeau. He's been already busted fucking like 9, 10 times committing like acts of fraud, fucking embezzlement, fucking all kinds of shit, right? Who's going to put the fucking handcuffs on him?
Yeah.
He is gone before hearings, and let's face it, if there was ever a fucking kangaroo court where it's like everybody's playing a role, that was it. Because all the evidence is there. But who's going to fucking put them to the fucking act?
Exactly.
Nobody.
Chris, who's doing something and what's being done about it? I know this is fucked up.
Nobody. And
Chris
you're not going to. Guess
up.
what? Hey, no, look. Like you were saying, if you found somebody that would actually like take them to trial kind of thing, right? He'll go in, say whatever, walk right out the front fucking door. Walk right out the door. Because he doesn't even answer the fucking questions. If you went to a court of law, right? I'm not talking family court. I'm talking just a regular court of law. If you went to a court of law and gave the blatant fucking non-answer answers that this person has given, the judge would look at you and say, I'm just going to give you fucking 20 years. Plain and fucking simple. Because it's non-tolerated there because you are not tolerated there. Right? That kind of behavior would not be fucking tolerated in a fucking court of law. But yet, this blatant motherfucker, right? Who again gets labeled as this honorable person. Do you know why they call themselves the honorable fucking member of whatever, or the honorable representative of fucking whatever state or city? It's because they don't fucking have any. That's the thing. It's like me saying I'm black even though I'm white as a fucking ghost. But as long as I keep saying I'm black, as long as you keep referring to me as black, I get to play black, right? Same fucking thing.
That's no consequence culture. That's no consequence culture. I know I can get arrested 38 times and still be out and fuck up, and if someone fucking holds me accountable, they're wrong. Chris, if I got indicted, arrested 38 fucking times, do you think I'd still be walking the streets right now as a white man?
Fuck no.
No.
I've got arrested 3 times, and the entire book was thrown at me. So when I see someone who's like, this guy has 38 different counts or whatever, I'm like, why the fuck is he on the street? Why the fuck is he walking among the people? The fuck is wrong with you?
Again, it's not there for you. It's there to control you, right?
So
like I said about the laws they create. They can create whatever fucking laws they want.
So here's the problem, Chris. I agree. Everything you're saying, I agree with, Chris.
What's that, buddy?
I'm gonna end the stream. It's almost 5 in the morning. I gotta go to bed.
What? 5? Oh my God! It's 5 o'clock in the morning. My bad, guys. I'm sorry.
It's past my
Sorry to
bedtime.
take over your stream there, Chaos.
All right, so this kind of shit needs to get out there, and I know some people are all, politics and games, but again, you know, sometimes the message has to get out there, and we have to suck it up and deal with that message, even though that message may annoy us and all that. It needs to get out there.
I think,
because it's important.
I think we should be Father Saunders out of all future streams. Because
he needs to quit. He needs to quit being gay and get World of Warcraft and get on here with us.
No, I can't do it.
That way, we won't have to worry about the gnome anymore, since he doesn't play with us anyways anymore. You know, since he's too with us.
Get Saunders to get a starting gnome. Hey, come to Valdraxis and see what we got.
Sanders in here too. Playing WoW with this.
See what we got. We got a new.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to Chris Mitchell here. Make sure to check him out. You're on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out and gaming out. We got Father Sharder. Good hearing, talking to, seeing you, buddy. Yeah, got all dyslexic there. In the chat, we have Brandon Trueblood. Make sure to check him out for his MGTOW World Tour. Great conversations are always had over there. DJ Ronnie G. Excuse me. Make sure to check him out as well. Puts out a lot of great content here on YouTube. James SCE, the Master Ranch, Saint Troglodyte, For No Raisin. Another great gaming content here. Gaming content creator here on YouTube. He also does, I forgot what their panels. There you go. Yeah, the panels every now and then. Great conversations over there. Riggs Jr. Again, I need you to send a tactical fart over Father Sharder's direction. He's been peppering the chats with sharts all day. And Michelle Guevara, it's good seeing you again. Zechariah 12 and 8. If you like retro gaming, make sure to check him out. He does a lot of it. Old movie fan, 1973. It's good seeing you again, sir. Hey, Crystal Kitten, if you want to see someone drive around like an 80-year-old Asian lady that just don't give a fuck in some really nice cars, make sure to check out Crystal Kitten in your Need for Speed and Grand Theft Auto 5 videos. She's doing Outer Worlds earlier, so she might have found a new favorite. It was I'll be back. I don't know what with, but maybe it was something. Hope to see you there. Until next time, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you hail from. Not this bitch. Peace.
Thank you, Chaos.
Don't touch me there.
Oh, fuck.
This fucking gay Outer Worlds is
My no square.
To me. Not to you. It's just not for me.
Chaos.
Don't touch me there. My no square.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. My no square. Square, 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 square. Don't touch me there. My no square, 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 square. Don't touch me there. My no square. Don't touch me there. Don't touch me there. My no square. Don't touch me there. Don't touch me there.